was, what have I gotten myself into? Because it was the worst rendition of the national anthem you could ever hear.
Tune in Mondays at noon for The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
The pitch, Mullins not bunting. He rips it into right field. That's a base hit. Mateo around third base. He will score, and the Orioles have the lead. One pitch into the 10th. It's 3-2 Baltimore.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Ty?
Hi.
Ty?
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
He's a cool cat, man.
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
I grabbed a handful of lunch meat and shoved it down my teammate's throat.
I'm a former long snapper.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Did not flub at all. Send it in.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, we got a new open. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on this Wednesday. Clip Brock here with you, one day closer to the Charlottesville Regional. We're getting you ready for that here on Pirate Radio all week long and mixing in some football talk on today's show as well. Thanks for tuning in on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, PR927FM.com. And watch the show on YouTube and Facebook Live. Already got some folks hanging out in there, and we're glad you are along for the ride as we will talk to a lot of different guests on today's program. First up, in about 25 minutes or so, we'll talk to Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9, as he will talk about his UNCW Seahawks playing in a regional. We'll talk some Pirate baseball and some ECU football. Got some schedule news to get to, some kickoff times for some games early in the season, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Patrick Mason is headed to Charlottesville. Before he does, we'll talk to him right here inside the Pirate Radio studios. He joins us about an hour from now. Also in hour number 2, Eric Ward. You remember him from ECU Marketing. He is now at Virginia. He'll give us a scouting report on the baseball team, tell folks what they need to know regarding tickets, parking, and also maybe some local spots to hit up while you're in Charlottesville this weekend. So we'll talk to Eric Ward coming up hour number 2 of today's show. Hour 3, we will talk some Pirate football with Ryan McManus. He is the Director of Football Operations at East Carolina. They've got camps coming up. We'll talk about that, the offseason, and how the Pirates are looking as they get ready for the 2023 season. A date with Michigan up first, and we have a kickoff time for that, so we'll talk some kickoff times with Ryan McManus as well, coming up in 2 hours. And in hour number 3, the hero from the 2016 Charlottesville Regional, Travis Watkins, will join us. We'll look back at that memorable moment in Pirate baseball history. We'll talk about what Travis is up to today and relive some great moments with the former Pirate captain and former Pirate catcher. He'll join us here on the show. So we got a great lineup for you here on a Wednesday. We've got you and your comments and your questions, and we have Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, and the big dog, Glenn Griffin, here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. How we doing, peoples?
Doing good. Can't complain.
That's good to hear.
How you doing, Clipper?
I can complain, but you know what? I choose not to. Because there's so much great going on right now, so much to look forward to, so much anticipation for this weekend. I'm excited.
You might not want to answer this, but if I had to say, all right, if you want to complain, what are you going to complain about?
No, I'm not going to complain.
Okay, all right.
That's
what I literally said. I said you don't have to, and
it would only bring us down. And you know what? I ain't trying to come back down from this cloud, like Bush once said, like Gavin Rosdale once said.
Let's stay grounded. Let's not get down. Let's stay positive. Because like you said, we have a lot going on this week. Starting on Friday, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say we'd start today.
We can start today, but when it comes to regional time, when it comes to the
I would say culminating on Friday. How about that?
Culminating on Friday, coming up Friday, it's going to be a lot of fun starting at 6 o'clock. We'll have a watch along at 7, but we'll also have a pregame show coming up at 6 o'clock for ECU and Oklahoma.
We got a Tiebreakers ECU baseball preview coming up 6 o'clock live right here on Pirate Radio. We'll be on Facebook and YouTube as well. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork, also downtown in Winterville on a Railroad Street. We'll be enjoying some great Tiebreakers wings and hanging out, getting you ready for the game. Then at 7, we go on Facebook and YouTube only for our watch party. So you can hang out with us coming up Friday night as the Pirates take on Virginia, and we'll have a lot of talk about that game today, Thursday, and leading up to the first pitch on Friday. We got Pike hanging out in North Myrtle Beach today. Hope you're doing well, Pike, and thank you all for tuning in. Give us a like, give us a share, a subscribe. Just do what you do. Craig says positive clip and full effect. That's right. Bringing the positivity here today on a Wednesday. You know what else I got excited about earlier today? Some little Pirate football nuggets that are being tossed out there.
We'll have a countdown for you tomorrow. I'll ask Shirley to do me a favor.
And back it up?
Yeah, I'll ask her to back it up, and we'll also count it down on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff.
Well, now we can count it down to the second because we have a kickoff time for ECU and Michigan. My prediction on the network was wrong. It was more of a hope than a thought. It was a, hey, How about a big noon kickoff
on Fox?
On Fox.
There he goes.
Right after the pregame with Gus Johnson.
There he goes. Mason Garcia.
Rajay Harris.
Molly Gunn. There he goes.
He's my guy.
To the house.
I don't think we're going to get Gus.
Nah.
Unfortunately.
Not on Peacock. By the way, I'm sorry to spoil it.
Wow.
Sorry to spoil it. I'm sorry.
So much to learn about this.
Maybe I'm just talking about a bird. Maybe I'm not talking about a channel. I'm just talking about a bird.
You know, yeah, folks, we're on Peacock. Chandler spoiled that whole lead up. I was really building to something, a crescendo.
All right, let's go back in time. I didn't say it.
Right, you know, Chandler, I was hoping we would be on Big Noon. Like they have the pregame show on Fox and would lead right into kickoff on Fox, Big Noon. And who knows, maybe Gus Johnson would be on the call for that.
There he goes.
Rajay Harris, my
Speed out.
But I don't think we're going to get Gus Johnson. Do you know why I think that?
Why?
You know why. You just said it.
Because we're going to be on something else?
That's right.
What is it?
Peacock.
Oh, my God. I'm so glad I didn't spoil that.
What channel is that? How do you get your bunny ears, your rabbit ears to Peacock? Peacock is a streaming service.
Better get it now, folks.
I am a Peacock subscriber because you do get WWE Network with it, so I watch the pay-per-views. I've watched some other stuff up there as well. But, yeah, it'll be on Peacock exclusively. There's not a channel it will be on. So, you know, it's 2023. I'd say I don't know, I don't want to speak for others, but a number of people know how to access it. There are still Pirate fans who obviously wanted to be on regular TV, and I would choose that option as well, but that would not be the case. You know who now I'm scared might be announcing this game?
Who?
Little Collinsworth.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not a big Jack fan.
Jack Collinsworth.
That's just a thought.
He sounds just like his dad. Scary.
That's just a prediction.
I was about to say.
And you know what? I like Chris Collinsworth, but he is annoying at times. And you know why maybe I don't like Jack? Because you said he sounds like his dad. Jack does play-by-play. So he's talking more
than his dad
on a broadcast.
I mean, he's saying here's a guy more than his dad does because he's the play-by-play guy.
Every snap that's
here's the guy that just ran for 3 yards.
Here's a guy dropping back. Here's a guy handing it off.
Here's a guy with a touchdown.
But that has not been confirmed. That is speculation on my part. It'll be ECU and Michigan, high noon on Peacock. First ever meeting between the Pirates and Wolverines.
I was just thinking about this, but I was like, I think this is the first time that ECU football will be on a streaming device or a streaming service. That is wrong.
Well, first of all, we've been on ESPN Plus, which is a streaming service.
That is true.
But I think I know where you're going with this. This is not necessarily a streaming service. It is
it's on a social media platform.
A social media platform.
But ECU and Marshall was
right.
on Facebook Live. It was on CBS Sports Network's Facebook Live. And I will never forget watching that game. The great comeback for the ECU in that game.
Yeah.
Holton Naylor scoring a receiving touchdown in that game. But I remember us having the laptop set up on a Bud Light case in there. We were watching it on your laptop.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were watching some other games on the big TV.
Because we could not get Facebook through Roku.
Right.
So, yeah, we had a laptop here. We had another game there. And the production was good because it was CBS Sports, and they do a good job. Everything's very crisp up there. Plus, you get the CBS Sports theme song, which I guess will be going away. What are you doing?
That was March Madness.
It was.
What is the CBS one?
Dun 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 dun.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Come on, man.
Da 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 da.
I get that it's May, about to turn to June, and you're in, baseball mode. But come on, it's iconic.
I'm sorry.
You got to have that ready at the,
God, I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna forget it just like I just forgot it just a while ago.
So how are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about Peacock? John says definitely gonna find an illegal stream. Peacock is stupid. All right, John.
Don't be a crook.
Don't get arrested. Pike says, is the baseball game going to be televised this Friday? Yes, it'll be on Hulu.
Whoa.
Kidding. It'll be on ESPN.
It'll be on Ostrich. Not Peacock, but Ostrich.
Hey, use that one.
That was good, wasn't it? That was good.
Eric, Craig, all you dad joke guys, that's a good one.
That was good.
Hey, what's next? We're going to be on Ostrich?
Wait, we're going to be on Ostrich this Friday?
I hear we got a 7 o'clock kickoff on Flamingo coming up.
Watch out. Hey, did you hear? The game's on Pelican.
Baseball game will be a 7 o'clock Friday on ESPN2. No one on YouTube says get that 7-day trial. Jerry
said no one.
Jerry said, I miss the days when you can watch the games on Channel 9 with Jeff Charles and Cliff Stout. That sounds like before my time. I remember some Jeff Charles and Billy Weaver lowered the headgear games on TV. But it wasn't every game. Like we've got a good setup now with ESPN Plus and everything, but yeah, I know some fans are not going to like the Peacock deal. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback great Cliff Stout. Yeah, Jerry, I am ignorant to this, so thank you for bringing that to my attention. Oh wow, Eric said Chandler, that was horrible. Coming from me, that's bad. Eric, I think you're being a little too tough on the Chan man. I thought it was pretty good.
You are terrible. With all the bad dad jokes that he's had, I think that's not bad. I mean, it's not great. I'm not saying it's great, but
the point of it is not supposed to be good, but it was pretty good, you know. Cass said, what is the plan if there's rain on Saturday? They'll just cancel the regional.
You know who doesn't care about the weather? There's this guy.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
I don't know, Cass. Have we ever been in a regional in the past where there's been rain? Nah.
Has that ever happened before?
I can't think of one. I don't know what they would do.
Has it happened maybe, I don't know, in the past 3 or 4 years? I don't know.
Every freaking year?
Yeah. Whether it's in Clark LeClaire Stadium or on the road in Charlottesville?
Well, they'll figure it out, Cass. What they do is they lock everybody in the press box for an entire day with no food until there's baseball to be played. It's hell. It's hell on earth. They'll be fine. I actually, Kaz, now that you mention it, have not looked at the weather. Should we look at let's look at some Charlottesville weather, see what we got going here. We'll go out to Charlottesville later on in today's show and talk to Eric Ward. Of course, it's looking perfect today. Beautiful on Thursday. Nice on Friday, but oh buddy, do we got some rain in the forecast for late Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So, and again, we're just looking ahead here. Looks like rain, this is what it's saying right now, not going to be a factor Friday or Sunday, but could potentially be a factor on Saturday. Something to keep an eye on if you care about rain.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, no big deal. We'll all get through it together. All right, Shirley, I love the new open. Well done. You were working on that.
Great job, Shirley.
Earlier today. Are you ready? Steve Hill's got a soundboard barrage coming your way.
Go Gator!
All right, let's see what we got. Steve says burglary.
Burglary.
Go Gator.
Go Gator.
Clipper. 2 little butt cheeks.
It's 2 little butt cheeks.
Swinging dingers.
Swinging dingers.
I'm a former long snapper.
Oh, where's that? I know I have.
I'm a former long snapper.
Ric Flair. Woo.
Ric Flair. Woo.
My guy.
My guy.
I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
I do not have that one up there.
I want to shake his hand.
I want to shake his hand.
I don't care about the weather.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather. All
right. Good job, Shirley. Thank you, Steve, for that. Keeps us on our toes. Gets Shirley's
it's a good warm-up.
Yeah, just a warm-up.
It's a good warm-up.
Get us ready for the show. Chad said, did anyone watch American Gladiator 30 for 30?
I did.
I watched the commercial about 50-11 times.
I forgot it was coming on last night, Chad. Saw somebody tweet about it, and guess what? I watched it. And
was it good?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, there were I missed the first part of it, but I caught it about midway through, just as the TV show was getting picked up by the production company that actually made the TV show.
What is it highlighting?
At parts of it felt like, hey, for all of you who don't know what American Gladiators is, here it is. They like went over every single game, every single event that they had on the show. I was like, what do we? I know about this. Like, give me some stuff I don't know about. And they had some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. Just, I guess I would recommend it for you, but
there's multiple parts to this.
Is it
series,
a two-parter,
right?
Chad? I think there's a part two coming up tonight.
Part two, yeah.
But
maybe the second part gets a little deeper and deeper.
I don't know if I expected too much. I hold these 30 for 30s in high regard. And some of my favorite all-time, I'm a big documentary fan. Watched a lot of crime documentaries and otherwise. And the U, like they have had some of my favorite documentaries of all time. They're all awesome. But this one, and Chad says it was a little weird. And he says part two tonight. Yeah, it didn't blow me over.
So it wasn't a strong wind?
No, it was like a breeze.
Oh, this is a breeze.
No, no gusts or anything. All right, so Pirates and Wolverines, noon, September 2nd on Peacock. What about Marshall?
What about Marshall?
We don't know about Marshall yet.
What about, let's see, App State?
Okay, I've got something for App State, Chandler.
Okay.
We're going to be in Boone, ECU App State, September 16th.
Can I go around some times?
Do you not know?
I do, but I just want to just go down the list.
Sure.
Noon.
No.
7 o'clock.
No.
4:30.
No.
8 o'clock.
No.
3 o'clock.
No.
3:45.
No.
3:20.
Chandler. No.
3:25.
No.
3:30.
Yes. 3:30 ESPN Plus. So stream away. Stream on, stream away.
Stream.
Peacock week 1. And then for the App State game week 3, it'll be ESPN Plus. Let's keep that stream thing going, right? Because it's we're living in the future, man.
He's
a cool cat,
He's a cool cat, man.
We're living in the future.
He's a cool cat, man.
So 6 o'clock is the time for October 12th. Or pardon me. Yes. ECU Gardner Webb will kick off at 6 on ESPN Plus. Now the Thursday night game, October 12th, against SMU will be an ESPN game at 7:30.
Which means we will celebrate at midnight my birthday.
Oh, that'll be fun on the post game.
Oh, man, we'll be tired as hell singing you happy birthday.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't sound so bitter about it, Chandler.
Chandler, you probably won't even be here.
I know. You'll probably be off at some bachelor party or something.
How about Chandler yesterday in our meeting?
Here we go.
Dropped a couple of dates. He's not going to be here.
Here we go. A couple is like 3 or 4.
Huh?
Well,
a couple is literally 2, dummy.
Yeah, well, there's 3 dates.
Okay. So the first one you gave was August, which is probably going to be Media Day, which we need all hands on deck, and you're not going to be here.
Y'all literally said y'all didn't need me here for that. I literally said, and I quote, that I wouldn't go on this trip if it was Media Day.
Of
and y'all
course,
said,
of course we said we don't need you here after you said you couldn't be here. It's like when a girl breaks up with you and you were like, yeah, I know, I was about to break up with you anyway. I don't care. I don't like you that much anyway. I'm not crying right now. Yeah.
It's just to save yourself from the emotional embarrassment.
No, we don't need you. Nor do we want you.
Well, I'm out of here. I'm going to enjoy Braves game.
So you're going to be away for Media Day. And then you said, and then December, I've got to go somewhere, which will be the bowl game where we need all hands on deck.
Which you don't know when that will be.
But it's going to be.
You don't know if we'll make a bowl game.
Wow. No faith, huh? You heard it here first. Chandler does not think ECU will make a bowl game. All right, that's a bowl game. What was the other date you said?
That was it. August. You just mentioned August, December.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I don't know. But we started this, and I said a couple, and you said a couple, 3 or 4. And I said a couple is literally 2, and then I said 3 dates.
Oh, I thought you meant in August.
Man, get out of here.
I thought you meant in August. Because there's multiple dates in August that I'm going to be gone.
I have
on the same weekend.
Yes.
I have multiple dates that I will be going.
But no one's going to make fun of you.
We don't care, Shirley.
Oh, thanks.
You can go as you please.
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun. Go have fun, Shirley.
All right.
I'm just getting battered by just a virtual bat.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Destry says, I've volunteered to work at an American Gladiators tryout in Miami. Hundreds of potential contestants showed up. One guy's ankle got stuck between the floor mats and completely went out of the joint. Brutal. Now, why is he not on the 30 for 30? Now, that's interesting. I want to hear about broken bones at American Gladiator tryouts. That's very interesting. Tyler said, where are the positive? Yeah, you're right. This was going to be a positive show. Chandler, I'm sorry about that, man.
It's fine.
Let's take a break, regroup. When we return, Ken Watlington. Tyler said, where are the positive vibes? I come in to Chandler being called a dummy. Yeah. And you know what? I own that.
What's new? That's the question. What's new?
I apologize for that. I got frustrated. And I took it out on my friend. We take it out on the ones we love.
Are we best friends?
No, but.
Dang it!
But.
Son of a.
But. Pretty good. Pretty decent. We're friendly with one another. All right, when we return, Ken Watlington, WNCT at Channel 9. His Seahawks are in the NCAA Regionals.
See.
I heard that. My Pirates are in a regional. We'll talk about all that and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back with you after this.
We're all excited, and we don't know why.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop-off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you've just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
For the latest from the world of golf. Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Pirate Radio. Blah, blah, blah. This. Blah, 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 blah. Is. Blah. Pirate. Blah, blah. Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man, Glenn. Chandler, remember last segment when I said we didn't need you or want you? I need you for something. Can you reach into that filing cabinet and see if you can find my list of teams in the regionals this year? Thank you. Ken Watlington joins us to my left. Hello, Ken.
Hello, Clipper. Hello, everybody.
He's in here squawking today. Caw! Is that what Seahawks do?
I'm not sure what we do, but hey, we're in a regional finally, so that's kind of cool.
Thank you, sir. Is a Seahawk a real bird?
It is not.
Okay. How do you feel about that? You're living a lie.
Only one of many ways I'm living a lie. But yeah. No, I like it. It's unique. It was Wilmington. We were the Seahawks before there was the Seattle Seahawks. So
there you go.
We were first. Dagnabbit.
And I like that it has something to do with the beach, the sea.
It's better
not
like
the Tigers.
Exactly. The
Bulldogs.
Vikings.
The Swimming Bulldogs would have not been a good name. Ken, was UNCW in without a championship win?
I think they would have been. Yeah.
Okay.
They were right there on the edge, and some of the teams that were projected to be behind them, like Oklahoma, Louisiana, I think was another that was kind of behind where UNCW was in the RPI, and they got in. So yeah, maybe the Hawks would have went in. Thankfully, they went down to Charleston. Yeah. Took care of business.
Didn't matter because they did get the job done. Was it Saturday, Ken, where they won on a walk-off infield error?
Yeah.
That was about as dramatic as it gets for folks that didn't see it. What was the situation? Man on second,
2 outs, just to pop up in the infield. It was disastrous weather. Rain coming down all day, wind blowing about 35, 40 miles an hour.
Third baseman was in foul territory, circled all the way back.
Towards the pitcher's mound.
Towards the mound, yeah.
And, yeah,
that's why you run, folks. That's why you good job by that guy on second.
It was Jack Kroom out of New Hanover High School in Wilmington.
There you go.
A hometown kid, and he was busting it, and
And when things
It's
like
one of
that
those situations
happen,
where it works.
Yeah, you start to think, okay, maybe we're going to win this thing.
Yeah.
When you get the breaks like that.
But they were fortunate to win that game Sunday against Northeastern. It's a double elimination tournament, but the rain pushed everything back for days. So once they got to the championship round, now it's single elimination. And Wilmington hadn't lost a game yet. So had they lost that one time, they would have been out.
Yeah.
And then they'd have been sweating out come noon on Monday. So thankfully they won it.
Look, I'm like putting player safety aside right now.
Yeah.
I don't like that format of a team can get all the way to the championship, lose one game, and then lose
the whole thing,
not face double elimination, basically.
Now, if they knew that going in, hey, the championship game, it's winner take all.
Oh, is it not normally set up?
It was not.
Oh,
No.
okay, because
But
the American
weather messed everything up.
10-4.
And then they're like, oh, now it's going to be just winner take all.
Now that does stink.
Yeah.
So the American is set up championship take all, even if you have one loss or no losses.
Right.
Which I'm not a fan of, but I get it. I mean, did you want East Carolina to have to play another game if they'd won a 7th game or whatever, 8th game, whatever last week?
It seems like there's too many games in that tournament.
Yeah.
It seems very convoluted.
Yeah. Maybe we keep a few teams home.
And there's no rhyme or reason to the way any of these conferences, because it seems like every conference has their conference tournament formatted differently.
Yeah.
The Colonial was only
ACC's got
6
the pool
teams.
play.
ACC had the pool play. Then you have the semifinals. Then you have the championship. The American, they play 100 games a day, it seemed like. As they dodge the thunderstorms.
And you have a 40-loss team in the tournament, which I'm cool with. I had somebody tweet the other day after the loss that, like, this should be outlawed. There shouldn't be if you have a losing record that bad, you shouldn't be able to even be eligible. I'm like, nah, come on. It's set up this way. It makes it fun. It's what makes basketball fun.
And, in basketball, it is really, maybe a 3-game tournament, in 3 days for, let's say, a North Carolina Central a couple years ago when they made it and they were under 500. But in baseball, I mean, that was a 6-day tournament. They had to win. Tulane had to win a lot of games against some good teams, and they got it done. So hats off to them. But they just because they're under 500 doesn't mean they should be excluded. When it came down to it, tournament week, they played their best ball.
Got the job done.
Yeah,
as I said the other day, I think the moral of the story is don't try so hard.
That's right.
Just kind of float through life, and
I've been living that for a long time,
and maybe something good will happen. How you feeling, Ken, about Coastal Carolina, the Bronx of Ryder, and the Blue Devils of Duke? What do you think about that regional?
So to be UNCW Duke in the first round, Duke's kind of stumbled to the finish line in the regular season. They were projected as a 1 seed 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now they're the 2 seed. I don't know. I don't know what to think. UNCW played the 11th toughest schedule in the nation. Every midweek game the Seahawks played, that team made the NCAA tournament. So, ECU twice, Campbell twice, Wake Forest twice, State twice, North Carolina.
Battle tested.
So they lost a lot of those games.
Right.
But you know what? They are battle tested, and they proved that the last couple of weeks playing Northeastern. Duke, we'll see how they bounce back. Coastal, I don't know a lot about. And usually UNCW plays Coastal in the non-conference every year. This is the first time that I can remember where they didn't play in the regular season, and now here they are potentially matched up in regional.
And Chandler said it earlier. He's a Seahawk fan, and so am I, and so should all of you out there be a Seahawks fan, because if East Carolina can take care of their own business in Charlottesville, and UNCW wins the Conway Regional, we'll play some super regional baseball here in Greenville. A lot has to happen for that to happen, but just something to think about as your scoreboard watching this weekend. Ken, how about
I do not want to think about that. That frightens me.
Ken, I'm going to make you think about it.
That's like my worst nightmare come true.
You got to be. What are you talking about?
Look.
To see your team here? What do you mean?
Look, you got... If Wilmington ever makes a super regional, which has never happened in their history, this will be their 11th regional appearance. They've never made a super yet. So to finally make it, and oh, by the way, you got to go to Greenville.
Right.
And play a team.
Honestly, I'm freaked out about it.
You'll be regional champions, though.
That would be cool. Yeah, put it up on the outfield wall, and but I'd rather play somebody you don't know where
Ken wants this.
It's kind of like
he wants Army at UNCW.
Oh my God, that would be the greatest thing ever. God bless America. But it's like kind of like Carolina Duke in the Final Four. Okay, that's not the same type of rivalry as it used to be with ECU and UNCW. Like when I was in college and they were in the same conference and they played 6 times a year and in the tournament and everything. But it would kind of have that feel like, all right, the winner of this one They're going to Omaha for the first time, so that's cool. They also have the leg up of beating one of their biggest rivals to do it.
You get bragging rights for life.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that.
All right, fair enough. Ken pulling against that option. How do you think, what do you feel about ECU, Oklahoma, Virginia Army in that Charlottesville regional?
We were talking about Oklahoma. Maybe they were one of the last 4 or 5 teams in the field. They were the national runner-up last season. Obviously a different year this year. I feel good about the Pirates. You know, They had the tough game to start the American tournament, but they battled. Fell a little short in the end, but, you know, I think they're going to be fired up to go on the road, have a little bit of chip on their shoulder. Virginia's good, but, you know, just about everybody you play this time of year is pretty good.
And it's crazy to think. We talked to Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor yesterday, along with Josh Groves, but this will be their first time hitting the road for a regional. Not because they haven't made postseason,
right,
because they've
been at home,
been here.
And the last time they went on the road for a regional was to Charlottesville, and they won it. So there's precedence there.
There is, and a lot of matchups with Virginia between then, including a game last year in the Greenville Regional, and they've been playing them, Ken, basically fall ball, the scrimmages, things like that. So there is some familiarity with the two teams. Looking around at some others, we talked to Darren Vaught of the ACC Network yesterday, and I asked him what ACC team out of Carolina, Duke, and State have the best chance to win their regional. He likes whoever wins that Campbell NC State game to really be in the driver's seat to win in Columbia. He thinks that could happen. So he said State would be his first answer there. North Carolina will be at Indiana State. We talked about Duke and Conway. What do you think about the Triangle schools and their chances, Ken?
I think Campbell wins that regional hands down. I think the Camels are one of the best teams in the country. They probably should be hosting right now in Bowie's Creek or Fayetteville, wherever they would have hosted. But they'll go down to Columbia, and they're going to win that regional. State kind of, you know, like Deuce, kind of limping into the postseason. They were one of the last teams probably to make it in. Carolina beat Virginia in the ACC tournament, looked pretty good doing it. They are missing one of their better players in Vance Honeycutt. But you got to like them going on the road in a mid-major environment in Indiana State to maybe win that regional. But Iowa's pretty good, too. They got a really good pitcher that'll be starting Friday against the Tar Heels. But I kind of think of the three, Carolina's got the best chance to get to the Super.
Ken, we are both Washington fans. We're both Braves fans. We're very similar in the way. We're very negative.
Are you still a Braves fan? Because I think I've renounced them over the last 2 days.
I'm a fan of the Vegas A's now.
Or Sacramento for a few years.
Sacramento A's fan. That's brutal. We both kind of just hold on waiting for something bad to happen, basically. So
and it always seems to.
From that standpoint, Wake Forest number 1, Clemson number 4. But there are some scary trends for fans like us who look at the negative and look at the, oh no, what's going to happen bad. So Wake is number 1. The number 1 team has not won a College World Series since 1998.
I heard that.
Or 9.
That's amazing.
Clemson has won figuratively 100 games in a row right now. Haven't lost since April.
Nixon was president.
Right. So which one of those like trends are you more worried about? If they're a Wake fan and that number 1 thing, or Clemson they're due for a loss, right? The odds say they're going to lose a game sometime. So which one are you more nervous about there?
I think Clemson will lose a game. Doesn't mean they're going to lose the regional. Doesn't mean they're not going to make it to Omaha. But I like Clemson's chances to get to Omaha better than Wake Forest, I think.
Okay.
And that's just a hunch.
Based on nothing.
No rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
Wake's been really good all year, obviously, to be able to get up to the number 1 spot in the country and be there for the last month or so. They've beaten some people pretty badly.
I think it's just weird to and look, they've been number 1 all year, like you said, but it's just kind of weird to anoint them the king of college baseball. No. That's part of it.
And, last year Ole Miss was the last team in the field, and they won the whole thing. So, yeah, just because you're the number 1 ranked team, the number 1 overall seed, doesn't mean it's a cakewalk to the end of June and a championship.
Going to be a lot of fun. So, Ken, how about WNCT? I talked to Bailey earlier. I know he'll be up there. We'll talk to him on Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. How about with Garrett Short? You've also got some high school championships going on. So what's it going to look like for you guys?
Yeah, Bailey's leaving first thing tomorrow morning, maybe even before the sun rises, because the Pirates practice up at Charlottesville, I think around 11 noonish time. So Bailey will be there for that, and our coverage will start tomorrow night at 5, live from Charlottesville for the regional there. Garrett Short, he's headed out to the Triad and the Triangle, because we got J.H. Crows playing in Burlington in the 3A State Championship Series against, I believe it's West Henderson. Their first game is Friday night at 8, so a late start there. Also, North Duplin here in Eastern North Carolina is playing in the 1A State Softball Championship Series, and they're playing in Raleigh Friday and Saturday. So Garrett will be bouncing back and forth between Burlington, burning up the miles on I-40 between Burlington and Raleigh, getting all those highlights.
It's all happening now together, and pretty soon you'll be searching for stories.
A few weeks away. So we're previewing the football season. Which
that's right,
rapidly approaching.
I tell you what, we'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll talk some more baseball, but also a little more football. We'll, if you missed it earlier, we'll talk about the kickoff times announced for ECU, and we'll dive into some other topics with Ken Watlington
and we'll
here.
Talk about the Peacock.
Yeah. Do you have it?
Not right now, but I think it will come early September.
All right, there you go. We'll talk about that and more. Ken Watlington back with you. Pirate Radio Live after this.
At US Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Belhaven, and Greenville. Pitt County Schools proudly congratulates its class of 2023. We salute our graduates for successfully completing one of life's many journeys, especially one that began in very challenging times. Please join us in celebrating the accomplishments of this class and encouraging their continued growth as our leaders of the future, locally, regionally, nationally, and globally. Cherish yesterday, live for today, and reach for tomorrow.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
This is Aaron Williams
systems with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McGlawhorn, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. This is not Billy Ocean, but then again, nobody is Billy Ocean except Billy Ocean. And I'm looking at Twitter just to see what Billy's doing. Billy Ocean still anyway, Billy Ocean's on Twitter. He's still active. I guess he's still touring.
And he would like for you to get out of his dreams and get into his car.
That he would.
What a creepy song.
Yeah. I guess when you think about it. You know, Ken, there's a lot of songs that are creepy when you break down the lyrics. I think famously is I'll Be Watching You, right?
Yeah, I'll be watching you.
That's one of the famous ones. Yeah. Where it's like, this guy's a stalker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single day, he's in the bushes, hiding, watching you. Very creepy. So, folks, when you're singing those songs in your car, think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
You might be saying some weird stuff. All right. Speaking of weird stuff, Ken Watlington's here. We had a great chat during the break, and I want to save it for when we don't have a million things to talk about. Ken, you said you have been to or you're about to hit your 16th MLB park?
About to hit my 16th Chase Field in Phoenix this weekend for the Diamondbacks and your Atlanta Braves.
Relax. The Braves are fine. They'll be all right.
Are they? They just lost 2 straight games to a team that was 35 games under 500
it's not
entering
good.
the series.
Not good. Mike Soroka's back.
And the pitching, has really not been the problem. What's up with the bats?
Yeah. It's fine.
Bryce Elder leads the league in ERA.
It's okay.
Bryce Elder.
Yeah. Strider leads in strikeouts, right?
Yeah.
They'll win what's their record when you see them live?
I went maybe 6 years without seeing them win a game over like 6 games or so. So they're probably about 500 with me in attendance.
Man, I had an awesome streak with Washington. I went when I was too young to remember a game against the Bucks, but then from 96 to 2005, every time I went, they won. It was up to 10-0 at one point.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 times I've gone, the Redskins lost. A, because John Beck started one of those games. And B, because RG3 got hurt in one of those games. But I had a great streak. I thought I was going to go my whole life only seeing live Washington wins, but I don't know why I ever thought that would happen.
With you there or you not there. So,
it doesn't matter where I'm at.
Exactly.
But I want to get into, because we talked about it a little bit, your ballpark rankings, but we're going to table that for another day because you had some favorites
and some that you wouldn't think if you've never been. They're like, they can't be very good. And I have one that I was like, oh, this place is pretty cool. We'll save that for July.
Yeah, good deal. Tyler, I guess Tyler's talking about songs that are creepy but you might not think so when you're singing them. He said Jesse's Girl.
Yeah.
So that's about a guy who wants his best friend's girlfriend.
Yep.
He's out there just saying it to the world. Come On Eileen. I never really thought of that. I've never really listened to the words. I've sang it a million times at 519 20 years ago.
Or do you even know the words? It's just one of those things you kind of know the melody and you just...
Yeah, I know the words. It goes, ha-ya, ho-ya, ho-ala, ho-da.
Exactly.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Charlotte?
come on, Niley.
Yeah, those aren't words. Those are sounds.
Relax by Frankie Says.
Don't do it.
Yep, don't do it. If you actually listen to the lyrics, you're creepy.
Creepy? Okay.
Creepy and very suggestive.
All right. It is interesting, though, because they're so poppy and catchy.
Yeah.
We just...
And
makes you feel good.
Apparently, Mickey by Tony Basil apparently has a rather...
you mean like, oh, Mickey, you're so fine?
Yes. Apparently,
It's
Mickey
not about
is...
cheerleaders.
No.
Contrary to the video.
Yeah. Apparently, it has a alternative meaning.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, but you don't realize it when you... Oh, Blister in the Sun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's a
can't say what
classic.
that's about.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Hey,
it's
we are
such a
learning you
good
today.
song.
We are...
And you know what
Pirate Radio is going woke.
You know the best part
We're
about
gonna
that,
go
Ken,
broke.
is we play Blister in the Sun at church camp. When we were in high school, we would have a dance on the
Yep.
last night we're there. We have a big dance, and Blister in the Sun was always on the playlist. And nobody knew, apparently.
Right over the heads.
It went way
Yeah.
over their heads. But I tell you, to this day, those of us who attended camp and we hear that song, we giggle because we're like, I cannot believe we got away with that.
Well, one of the disciples was probably strung out at some point. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
All right. What did I say? Oh, we're going to talk about kickoff times. Ken, do you have Peacock?
I do not.
I know that's a personal question to ask another man.
The streaming service from NBC Universal called Peacock is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I do not have it.
I am a Peacock subscriber, so I'll be ready to go.
I rotate my streaming subscriptions. Like, okay, if there's something I want to watch on Paramount, I'll get that, binge a whole bunch of stuff, cancel it, get my Netflix back, watch a whole bunch of stuff.
So you're
cancel it.
smart.
Well, I wouldn't say
I'm
that.
Not.
I'm just stingy with my money.
Yeah. I need to be.
I did have Peacock for a while. I watched that show Poker Face. That was a pretty good show.
I started watching that.
Yeah.
I got through a couple episodes, didn't finish it.
All right.
There's too many
didn't like
options out there.
Yeah. Apple TV, after Ted Lasso last night, I will be letting my Apple TV lapse for a while until something comes out I want to see.
I'm waiting for Severance Season 2.
Okay.
Looking forward to that on
The morning
Apple TV.
show season, whatever's coming up next.
Just saw Black Mirror trailer. Black Mirror returning to Netflix on the 15th of June, if you're into that weird stuff, which I am.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah.
And coming up this weekend on Netflix, the final half season of, what's the name of the show? That tried to be like Lost, but not Lost. The Plane. What's it called?
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
It started
I've
on
watched every
NBC.
episode. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't. I stopped watching it.
I'll watch it.
I think my wife, she stopped watching it too. It's not, I get mad at the Lost wannabes.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to find another Lost. And there's a couple that have, like The Leftovers on HBO.
That was a good show.
Gave me a Lost vibe, and it was actually good.
Yeah.
There's a show called From that's on a very weird network. It's actually got Michael from
Manifest is the show I'm thinking of.
Lost.
Sorry.
That is it. Yeah.
Manifest.
Okay. Yeah. Remember Michael from Lost that screamed Walt? He's actually in the show. It's trying to be like Lost.
Nothing is like Lost.
Yeah.
One of the greatest TV shows of all time.
Man, we're on board together with that one.
Go Braves.
But much like the Braves that finished poorly. And he got off to a great start.
I didn't mind the series finale of Lost.
I wanted it to stop after season 3. It was like perfect right there. And then, I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and watch the last 3 seasons. So there you go. All right. Pirates and Wolverines, Peacock, noon, September 2nd.
Yes.
Interesting.
Michigan might be preseason number 1 in the country.
I don't think they'll do that, but
They'll
they
be
could
top 5 for sure.
Definitely.
Back-to-back appearances in the old college football playoff. Back-to-back wins over Ohio State for the first time since maybe World War II. I'm not sure. Fuzzy on that. But Wolverines are riding high, and they love their football. I've been to a lot of games in Ann Arbor when I lived up that way. It is an experience. If you're planning on going, you're going to love it. If you haven't really decided if you're going to go, get tickets and go. It is worth the experience. Might not be the best outcome for the Pirates. That remains to be seen. But as far as pure college football enjoyment, it's going to be amazing.
You've been to a lot of venues, Ken. Where does the Big House rank amongst your venues? It's not really like... I guess it's cool because it's so big, but
yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, like, when you see it from the street, it doesn't look like it's that big. Because it's not like on the north side of Dowdy Ficklin, you got the upper deck. You can see that it's all just kind of one thing, kind of like the Rose Bowl.
Does it go down?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool place. I was fortunate when I was working up there. I covered the first night game in Michigan Stadium history. They played Notre Dame, and I mean, it was Denard Robinson was the quarterback. He led him on a last minute drive to win the game, and it was. Brady Hoke was the coach. He got a big win. So, yeah, it's a really, really cool place. Definitely one of the meccas of college football.
I was interested, Ken, when you said World War II was the last time Michigan knocked off Ohio State back-to-back years. It was a long time ago, but the last time it happened was 1999 and 2000.
Okay. I was going to think 96, 97 or something. Because that's about
like Charles Woodson era.
That's about the last time Michigan won a national championship was 98? I don't know.
Tennessee 98, so 97 I guess. Yeah. All right. Keep your streaming services going, folks, because ESPN Plus.
Yes.
For App State and for Gardner Webb.
Kind of surprised that ECU at App State isn't, or is it here?
It's in Boone.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm kind of surprised that the Sun Belt didn't make sure that got on at least ESPNU or something. Like that seemed like that'd be a game, to kind of similar programs from opposite sides of the state. I don't know, has a little bit of sexiness to it to me. I don't know.
Kind of a like a country girl type sexiness.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking North Carolina. I mean, we're not supermodel here, but you can attract great personality.
You could do worse.
Brandon says, so if I'm guessing right, ECU versus Michigan is only going to be on Peacock, not on regular TV or anything. Brandon, you're a smart man because you guessed correctly. No television.
And Big Ten, they renegotiated their TV rights, and they are all over this year. Michigan's got games on Peacock, NBC, CBS, Fox.
CBS, yeah.
Like, how are they on all these things? Because the Big Ten has that kind of power.
That's what they do. We were really pulling, Ken, for a big noon on Fox.
Yeah, and I thought it might have been.
And why were we pulling for that, Chandler? So we could get Gus Johnson.
There he goes!
Rajay Harris!
Marlon Gunn! Down the sideline!
But Ken, unfortunately, we're going to get freaking Jack Collinsworth or something like that.
That guy.
Not a big fan. I like his daddy.
Here's a guy that's not a big fan.
We actually, Peacock, some of the Notre Dame games last year, former WNCT reporter, Zora Stevenson, does some stuff for NBC now. So maybe she'll be on the sidelines and can work in there. Hey, I used to live in Greenville. It's the greatest place in the world. Go Pirates.
You know what? I'm going to dream big. I'm going to say we get Mike Tirico on the call.
That would be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
Can we get a Vince McMahon shout out like we did in 2008 against West Virginia?
I don't want any more.
Go Pirates, go.
I hate that he said that as if it was something we always say.
Go like, Pirates, go.
And like every fan says in Greensville, go Pirates, go.
The richest and most handsome alumni from East Carolina.
Like he could have done a purple or like anything.
But no, he said, go Pirates, go.
What's our mascot again? Damn it.
I really love the fall in Greensburg, North Carolina.
I love Greensburg.
Linda and I really enjoyed eating burgers at White Soxies. No, it was Cubbies. Cubbies, yeah.
That's
Cubbies.
it. That's the one.
That was great. Ken, dude. I don't know if we accomplished much today, but
I usually don't.
It's par for the course on a Wednesday. Good luck to your Squawks.
Let's go Hawks.
Have fun in Arizona.
Thanks.
Braves will pick up some wins. Everything will be right in the world.
They probably won't.
When we talk to you,
they're probably losing now.
When we talk to you next week, we will be previewing the series to end all series, UNCW versus ECU at Clark LeClaire Stadium for a super regional.
I'll have to do it via Zoom from ECU Health Medical Center because I'll be in the hospital.
He'll have the paper bag, breathing into it, the anxiety rolling.
Go Pirates, go Hawks, but
Go Pirates, go.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. Thank you, Ken. Enjoyed it, man. As always. All right, Patrick Mason joins us to talk some Pirate baseball coming up in just a few minutes. We'll also check in with Eric Ward from Virginia to give the Charlottesville aspect on what's going on this weekend with where to park, how to get tickets, where to eat, where to hang out, and he'll give us a scouting report on the team as well. So some good info coming up with Eric Ward later on in hour number 2. More to go. Back with you after this.
What you got, but it plays with my emotions, and I want you so much, darling.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Some things just go together. That's why Bojangles and Appalachian Mountain Brewery have partnered to brew the tasty beverage we didn't know we've been waiting for. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea is perfect for entertaining, enjoying on vacation, tailgating, and any occasion when you want to bring the fun. It's always been Bo time, and now it's brew time. Pick up Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
The Wood Ducks are hosting the Columbia Fireflies at Granger Stadium starting Tuesday, May 30th through Sunday, June 4th. Kick off your weekend with Thirsty Thursday and $2 natural lights, bush lights, and peanuts. The first 1,000 fans will receive a free umbrella on Friday, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly. And on Saturday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a Wood Ducks basketball jersey, sponsored by Walker Insurance Group. Join us at Granger Stadium all week long for fun and Wood Ducks baseball. Go Woodies!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
When you walk by every night, talking sweet and looking fine, I get kinda hectic inside. Oh baby, I'm so into you, darling, if you only knew all the things
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back from Sales to Service. Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. You can shop all of their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, they have a full service and repair facility. They do brakes, oil changes, tires, inspections, and they can repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World across from Speedway at Bells Fork and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton for his sponsorship of the program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live coming up in about 30 minutes or so. We'll talk to Eric Ward from Charlottesville, formerly here at ECU, now with the Virginia Cavaliers and in charge of their marketing. So he'll give us some details on the Charlottesville Regional coming up. We'll talk a little Pirate football along with baseball with Patrick Mason, who joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios, looking like a Chicago Bears scout with his shirt today. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Clip.
Good to see you. Got some chatter going on, so we got some kickoff times, P-Mace.
Yeah.
And we found out that East Carolina and Michigan will be playing on Peacock. Do you have Peacock?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Is that one of the free versions? Or free?
You got to pay.
You got to pay now.
So they have something for free, maybe, but I don't know if you get anything.
Yeah, definitely not live sports, I would imagine.
So that is but it is cheap compared to the other services out there. So there is that. Got some chatter going on about that. Brandon says ECU and Michigan probably would have been on Fox if it wasn't for Deion Sanders. Who cares about Colorado? And then our guy Robert Skipper came into the chat and said, I hope Colorado loses all their games. ESPN will be kissing Sanders' butt. Then he says, I'm doing good. Good, Robert. Glad you're doing good.
People all of a sudden do care about Colorado, though.
I mean,
a little bit.
Should I put this into reality terms, or should I be a cultist Pirate fan? How I answer this question. If I'm living in reality, I'll say, who cares about East Carolina? If I'm being the host of Pirate Radio Live and a cultist ECU fan, I'm saying, you're right. Who does care about Colorado? It's about ECU, baby.
That's right.
Jeff Blake, David Garrard, Shane Carden, Marcus Crandall, Steve Logan, Dwayne Harris. ECU. What has Colorado ever done?
I don't know. That's right. It should be a big noon, right? Isn't that Fox's thing?
Yeah,
kickoff?
with Gus Johnson.
That's right.
Wait, I was doing Samuel L. Jackson.
Mike Oresco, why do you think East Carolina should be on Fox?
Well, we should. Well, first of all, we shouldn't be on Fox. We should be on ABC, headlining Saturday college football with ECU taking on Michigan. And you think about Michigan, you think about Charles Woodson and Chris Webber and the Fab Five.
Just two P6 teams.
Maybe Tom Brady.
Two P6 versus P6. Two flags at midfield. May the best flag win. Yeah. Peacock kind of sucks, but
that's what we're in now with sports.
I know. Like, I've kind of just grown to deal with it.
Yeah, my base, like the White Sox, they were on the Apple TV on Friday, and it's I don't know. Everything when it changes, you're kind of just done for. You know, you got to subscribe to everything now to watch whatever you want to watch.
That is true. Have you watched Jury Duty yet?
Nope.
Man, screw you, dude.
I've been watching reruns of Burn Notice lately. So
Burn Notice?
Yeah.
You're like Chandler. You just picked a random crappy show to watch.
Oh, I don't know about crappy. Burn Notice is where it's at.
So that was on USA. I never watched it, but I did. I'm a big fan of USA shows. Psych is one of my all-time favorites.
Me too. I've seen about every one about 5 times.
I've watched it several times myself. I liked White Collar.
Pretty good. That show is just cheesy enough to where it's light watching, but it's also pretty cool because they're always doing heists and stuff.
It's all very light watching. It's all like you could just flip on an episode and there are long-term storylines, but it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So there was that one. It was just all, when I was a kid, Silk Stockings was good.
I've never
Shirley, what? People my age know that. That was on USA. But what, you remember Shirley, they had Up All Night on, wasn't that on USA? Up All Night? Was that Gilbert Godfrey? Am I mixing things up?
I remember. I don't know about Gilbert Gottfried, but I do remember Up All Night and Silk Stockings.
Yeah,
because it came out right about the same time as the Red Shoe Diaries.
Okay,
if you remember those on HBO,
that was a premium channel.
Yeah, that was a premium channel.
I do remember that program as well.
That's the Peacock of.
It was definitely the Peacock of. Yeah.
What were some of those other USA shows though? Because it was all they were like all the they weren't the
same.
They
had Friday night videos.
You know
they used to do Friday nights. They used to play videos like the hottest videos of the week.
I never got into this, but it's psych-esque, and I heard it's good. But Monk,
Monk.
You haven't gotten to Monk?
No,
either? I love Monk. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, you would like
the
Monk.
detective.
Really good.
Yeah.
Detective show.
I watched that.
Yeah. I wouldn't have pegged you for a Monk fan, but
I watch it with my grandma. She's a big Monk fan.
That's how to be fair, that's how I got started too. But it's awesome.
My favorite episode.
Taylor's the guy at school. There's a group talking, and he just wants to get into the group. So he's like, "Yeah."
Hey, did y'all say Monk? Monk? Yeah, I watched that too.
The hot
my
Monk
favorite episode is the game show episode. That was a good one. That was a good episode.
Yep.
Never seen it.
Yeah, the guy cuts or breaks or something.
Speaking of game shows, as a kid on USA, I used to watch like Press Your Luck and stuff. I think game shows used to come on. What I'm saying is USA, great network.
Yeah, pretty solid track record for shows.
And they have live sports. They had the freaking A-10 basketball tournament going on.
They did have some random sports, yeah.
So would you be okay with ECU playing on USA?
Yeah, let's go. Right after like a rerun of Full House or something.
All right. Jamie says, question, if Iowa plays ECU in the tournament, who is Patrick pulling for?
Well, I'm not really pulling for anyone, but like I guess baseball-wise, I haven't even watched an inning of Iowa baseball.
Well, you're not an ECU fan.
Right.
You cover the team.
Yeah.
However, you know players on ECU's team, and you don't know players on Iowa's team.
Right.
So...
let's just say this. Whenever I get a new job, ECU is going to be one of those teams I'm definitely going to follow probably for the rest of my life.
I like to hear that.
Man, that's awesome.
That's great to hear.
That warms my heart.
They have a lot of... it's just a lot of fun. I'm glad I could touch you there, Chandler. It's just like...
Just don't touch me anywhere.
Fair enough. But yeah, the ECU just has a lot of fun, just atmospheres and a lot of fun, storylines that I've been able to follow and get behind. So, yeah, they're in there.
All right, so... yeah, the Hawkeyes are in. I noted on Twitter. So Gully is a Maine Black Bear. His team's in. Garrett is short from Channel 9 is the Indiana State guy. His team's in.
Yeah.
And we got P-Mace with Iowa.
Pretty good representation.
Everybody, Chandler is an ECU grad.
I just hope that Maine doesn't end up in a tie.
Tie? Can you tie in a regional?
Tie?
Tie?
Still one of the greatest interviews of all time. Were you there for that one, Patrick?
It doesn't ring a bell. I don't know.
I think that might have been the...
It was at a spring game.
That was the spring game before you got here, I believe.
Okay.
And they tied. And Eric Gullickson had a question for Rajay Harris.
Tie?
And it's one of the greatest Q&As we've ever had.
Hi?
Rajay didn't know what to say.
Hey, that was what that reminds me of? Almost at this media day for baseball recently, someone asked Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, so Oklahoma? And he goes, well, what about him? And he's like, that's who you're playing. He says, oh, good.
Wait, who said that? Was it Gully?
Maybe it was.
Yeah!
I think it was.
Sooners?
But JJC had no clue. He's like,
Oklahoma?
Sure. It was
Sooners?
It was awesome.
I like it, man. Just get to the point. No need to say a lot of words. Just get it out there.
I just love how JJC had no clue.
Next time, yeah, it's like Kevin from The Office. Next time you have a question like from Moylan, be like, improvement?
Home improvement?
It's always like charades. They have to guess the question you're asking.
Yeah. Jeopardy, right? You give them the answer, and they got to give you what you would have asked.
What is my batting average?
Average?
All right. What do you think, Patrick? Charlottesville. First of all, where's Charlottesville 1 to 10 on destinations?
I'm all for it. I'd say 8.5.
Yeah, you need to get out more.
Yeah.
I think you're just kind of,
No,
you just want to go somewhere.
But my thing is, like, I think it's a fun, like, just the college atmosphere. I don't know. It just looks
It's not
like
a big city.
Right.
It's like a college.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for. I hate when, like, games are, this massive city and no one really cares. I feel like people are going to get down for this regional for sure.
That's true. Get down or get up, depending on how you use those terms.
Yeah, and depending how excited you are. You get up for excitement and you might want to hide in your seat otherwise, but we'll see.
What do you know about the Sooners? Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, good. Sure.
All right.
No, they had a little bit of a down year, but they were playing for a national championship last year.
I did not know that until I was reminded of that.
Yeah, so that's just interesting right there. I mean, obviously they're a team who's been there before. I don't think they're going to let a regional atmosphere, get too big for them. So it's going to be a really important game. Obviously, but the first one here, you really want to get off on the right foot.
Okay, I'm kind of grasping at topics here, and it has nothing to do with pitching, hitting, and things, but you just mentioned a regional atmosphere not being too big for Oklahoma. I do find it interesting. This will be the first road regional atmosphere for this set of Pirates. Mm-hmm. And they have experienced this at Clark LeClaire. They have not experienced on the road, and it is going to be different. And I asked the guys yesterday, what's it going to be like? And it was kind of a dumb question because they were like, I don't know. We haven't done that before. So it is going to be a new experience for those guys coming up on Friday.
I was trying to think of the big games on the road this year because they did kind of struggle on the road. But I was trying to think of those big moments, and it was hard to kind of pick some. I'm trying to think of what games.
So like state midweek night game, maybe.
No. State is such a weird stadium. I don't know. I wonder how hostile that place is. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of a game where it's like people are yelling at you and it's really big. I feel like the state game in Clark LeClaire was bigger. The crowd was nuts.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to think of a road game. Did you go to UNCW? I know they chirp a lot.
Yeah, I did go there. I did go there.
Not a great atmosphere.
It was fine. That's what I mean. It was nothing like we're going to see this weekend.
North Carolina on the Sunday. I don't remember being too crazy or
right.
anything.
And there was a ton of Pirate fans there too, which there very well could be this weekend.
Yeah.
So
ECU will have the home field advantage on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think a lot of Sooners will be traveling in their covered wagons to Charlottesville.
There you go.
So they'll have the advantage there. How about we hadn't even really recapped the AAC tournament. Not that I'd know where to begin on that, but just a lot of baseball. I made the comment after they lost the first one that I would rather them, this is just me talking, lose and come home and get ready for a regional. It's a defeatist way to look at it. It's also obviously not the view that the coaches and players should have, and they didn't have that view. And, by Sunday, I was like, well, man, I'm glad they didn't just fold up shop and lose. They got a chance to win this thing. Came up just short, but they had Monday off. They had Tuesday off, back to work today, and actually hitting the road because they have an early practice on Thursday. So hopefully those 2 days, Patrick, they were able to kind of get their bodies right and get ready for another grueling weekend coming up.
Yeah, this past week was probably the most baseball they played all year. Not many breaks at all. But like you said, I mean, it just from in a vacuum, you'd say, hey, I would love for them to get a week off and prepare. But I feel like that's a really slippery slope where if you turn off the switch and to say, all right, we're just going to lose and get out of here, then how do you turn it back on? I feel like if you got to get that competitive juices going all the way up until this postseason, you want to be playing your best baseball. And just that initial loss is what really hurt them because they had to play out of that loser's bracket. And that was really the big sticking point to that week was just having to fight back after that first loss.
Yeah, and using so many pitchers, having such long games, and which is why Garrett Saylor's performance will go down in the Pirate record books for what he was able to do with his 8 innings that he worked on the weekend. We had a question from Brandon. What are the chances of ECU hosting a super regional if they win in Charlottesville? So from what I gather, Duke is ranked higher than ECU just because of the way they were put into this tournament. And the Durham Bulls are away. Like let's say Duke, if Coastal wins, Coastal will host the super, obviously. Right. If Duke wins, I would think they still host somewhere.
Yeah, but wasn't that the issue going into this regional? Was like if Duke was potentially good enough, I don't know where they'd put them because they can't really host their stadium.
Mully told us Tuesday, and if he's to be correct, that they were going to be at the old Durham Bulls Park.
Maybe. I don't.
And then the new one is going to be available for the Super Weekend.
That'd be a cool venue.
So if it is Duke ECU, maybe there's a chance. But if not, I mean, Pirate fans are going to take over that stadium anyway, wherever they do play. Now, if UNCW wins it and ECU wins the Charlottesville Regional, it will be at Clark LeClaire. So there's Lloyd Christmas. You're telling me there's a chance?
There is a chance.
It's a slight chance.
Yeah. And it's so weird to project out because you got to take care of business here. But that Super Regional, just on paper, doesn't it feel kind of favorable? Like you don't have a traditional power in that Super Regional. Like you're not having to face a Vanderbilt or a Texas or someone like that.
That's a good point.
And that's really no slight against, Coastal.
Yeah.
They had a good year, and Duke obviously beat ECU earlier this year. But, it doesn't seem like there's that juggernaut out there waiting for you in the Super Regional.
Yeah, good point. I mean, it's the most winnable on paper.
Right, on
Super
paper,
Regional.
on paper.
Because you mentioned Texas, you mentioned Vandy. We've had Texas Tech. We've had North Carolina a couple of times, I think. Who else has ECU faced in a Super? I guess Tennessee way back in the day, right? So if you see Coastal as your opponent, certainly gettable.
For sure.
And same, obviously, for Duke and UNCW as well. But for East Carolina, you got to win on Friday. And to do that, you got to have a good pitching performance. And, Patrick, that pitcher will be?
It's got to be Trey Savage.
All right.
It's got to be. I feel like he's had enough time. About a week or so? I'm trying to think when the last time he threw. It was over the. Was it?
No, he threw Friday, where he threw all those innings in relief.
That's right. Basically a starter's load there on Friday, but he'll have a week off, and he looked really good. He looked kind of back to what we thought Trey Savage should look like after. I think it was about 3 weeks or so. He was on the shelf or just kind of pitching an inning or so here. So yeah, I say you throw him, and you really got to get that win, and that's all you got to worry about right now.
All right. And then what? So we were talking about this yesterday with Mully, that it's like at this point, I guess you have a map, but you draw it in a pencil. Like you are kind of going game to game, situation to situation. We saw it in the conference tournament that if you need to set Savage out of the bullpen, let's do it. If you need Saylor to start, let's do it. Like at this point, Root, Groves, whatever. I mean, we could see Groves come in the 7th inning on Friday, right? Like, there's nothing out of question at this point.
Yeah, nothing's off the table. But I guess I think we can kind of get a little bit of a roadmap, just how Cliff used Danny Beal and Carter Spivey, kind of piggybacking them off from a starter. Like, Danny Beal can get, 2-3 innings easy. I mean, they both pitched a ton over the weekend. Over the week, really. So, but I really like Danny Beal's ability to pitch multiple innings. I think he's a great option if a starter needs to, come out in the third or fourth. Danny Beal can take you as far as he can.
We've seen Cliff have a quick trigger finger on some pitchers this year, but I feel like both with Beal and Spivey, he obviously has a lot of trust in those guys. If they give up a hit, walk a guy, the trigger is not as quick for those guys. We've seen them kind of work out of jams and then extend innings, and they almost get better as the game goes along, type of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely. And I think they've proven that ability to, if you do get a guy or two on base, they've been able to work out of it. Some guys you feel really scared, I guess. You don't want it to snowball into a big inning. But I think both those guys have, first off, probably pitched enough here at ECU to understand, hey, let's not get worked up about this. We can, get out of this. And second off, they both go multiple innings, and it's not like they're going to be toast after if they need 20 pitches in an inning. I think their arms, stretched out enough where they can handle it.
Newton says, so if Savage pitches Friday, who would pitch if we win and play Virginia if they win on Saturday? Well, I mean, we're kind of talking about that. Everybody.
Yeah, probably everybody. And I mean, ideally, I guess you'd like to save Gross and have him, pencil him in for a Game 2 start. That's probably how I would draw it up. But, at the same time, I guess if you need him, you can't be shy to get that win when you need to get that win.
Yeah, so again, everything is an option at this point if you're East Carolina when it comes to pitching. Patrick, how about the bats? We, again, kind of saw the ups and downs of ECU's offense in Clearwater, right?
Yeah.
Some good, some bad, some ugly.
Right. Yeah, like you said, all three at times. This is a team that I guess all year has, when they put up an inning, they're going to score 5 runs, it seems, and they might go quiet for another 4 or 5 innings. So I guess when they have that opportunity, I'm sure this goes for every team, but when you have that opportunity to pour in a few runs, you gotta take advantage and really gotta string some hits together. But the top of the lineup right now for ECU, even Carter Cunningham, he has been fantastic lately, and just having that bat at the right time for ECU has been great. And I think if they can string 4 or 5 hot hitters together, I mean they're going to be tough.
P-Mace, Patrick Mason joining us. Patrick, could you do me a favor? We had a great show today. Great shows all week. Can you read the guests on today's show for me?
Eric Ward, Ryan McManus, Travis Watkins.
Yeah, pretty good show. Missing a name or two.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Decent show.
It's like a ghost runner on second here.
Yeah, that's weird. Why are you scheduled to be here?
I don't know. I was just walking by.
You want to take a look at the description or the description in the below? You want to read that off?
Read the description.
It's like a reading test for me.
Chandler, who reads the description below? People look at the video and the names underneath it.
Well,
who you want to read the description below?
You can only have a certain amount of characters and spaces.
Well, how does that make you feel, Patrick? You didn't make it.
I didn't make the top 3. Man, lucky I was walking by on the street and I decided to pop in here.
Ken Watlington, because you guys are regulars.
And Ken extended his name. If he had the shorter version, Ken Watling,
so
he might have made
blame
it.
Ken.
If your name was Pie Man, you might have been up there.
Pie Man, or I could put P-Mace going forward.
You could, but you didn't.
You didn't.
You just got to read the description.
Well, go to Facebook if it makes you feel better. The event title on Facebook has everybody's name.
Yes. All right.
That's good.
Chandler, I'm just playing with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just joshing around.
You do a good job.
I'm not playing, though.
No, he's...
I'm not playing.
He's peed.
Yeah.
Josh O'Neill says, hypothetically speaking, I was curious if Chandler would be down for a road trip to Omaha. He says he'll drive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Chandler's in.
I'm totally in.
Road trip.
You calling shotgun?
I call shotgun.
All right. Josh, come scoop him up.
You're not one of those dudes who falls asleep, though, on the ride, are you? Mm-mm. You can't fall asleep if you're sitting shotgun.
No, I want to keep people company.
Huh. What do you want to do? Talk?
I just don't like when people are snoozing and looking all comfortable and I got to stare at a road.
I don't like that. You're right.
At least, go through the misery with me.
Yeah, I don't want to make people jealous. I don't want people to go, man, he's sleeping and I'm having to sit here and drive the whole time.
I'm a big podcast guy, so I like to listen to podcasts. Yeah. Greatest thing ever was when we went to see my wife's family during the NCAA tournament, and we left like before noon, and it's about 7-8 hours, whatever, and I had a game on at all times. So I was listening to the tournament. It was like my favorite thing ever. I miss not watching it, but just to know that by the time we get to Richmond, this game will tip off. And then when we get into Maryland, oh man, that game's gonna be good when we get to Delaware.
And that breaks up the ride a little bit too.
Oh man,
every 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you got another game. So
I loved it. It was great. So
it's pretty good.
Start scheduling your road trips around sporting events like the NCAA tournament. All right, let's take a break. When we return, we'll talk to Eric Ward. Patrick, you gonna hang out the rest of the hour?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not listed as a guest, but
that's right.
This is kind of unofficial.
Yeah, just kind of here, today. Hanging out.
Yeah. We'll take a break, come back. Jamie says, I read the description below because I've not seen everyone in the main heading. Happened to Bryce yesterday.
Ooh, man.
Okay.
Pulling out examples.
He also said, would Chandler talk too much on a road trip? I'm guessing yes. You have to have him ride with other talkers. You a big talker on a road trip, Chan Man?
I mean, if it's a far trip, I'm not going to sit there and talk to you for 12 hours. But if it's like an hour trip, then, I mean, we'll
chat it up.
We'll chat it up for
you
an hour.
You got to spread out that hour of content over some car ride.
Over 8 hours. So you get, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. Let's take a break. More to go. Eric Ward joins us after this.
When you walk by every night, talking sweet and looking fine, I get kind of hectic inside. Oh, baby.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. And from May 10th through May 17th, take advantage of their package deals. If you buy a 4-stretch package, you get 1 free stretch. An 8-stretch package gets you 2 free stretches. And a 12-stretch package gets you 3 free stretches. Call today at 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the Old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your one-stop service shop. It doesn't matter the make or model. If you live in or near Beaufort County, you need to check out the super nice service facility at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're open 6 days a week and offer Saturday service from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram also takes walk-ins all day, and they specialize in off-road packaging. Washington Off-Road specializes in budget-friendly adventure packages for Jeep, Ram, and all other makes. And if you're in the market for a used car or truck, General Manager Kyle Gaines and his great staff have been stocking up their used car inventory, and they can now offer vehicles from $59.99 and up, new Rams, Jeeps, Chrysler, and Dodge cars, and a terrific used car inventory of all makes and models. The place to go is Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Well, keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at University SportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, Patrick Mason, Coming up in the last hour of our program, man. Got some good guests. Ryan McManus, Director of Football Operations with ECU, will join us in studio, and we'll also talk to the hero from the 2016 Charlottesville Regional, Travis Watkins. Hit the walk-off bomb against Virginia, hit a bomb in Game 1 against Texas Tech to give East Carolina the win in the Super Regional, and they just couldn't get that second win. All right, I don't know if Chan has his cronies, like Team Chan, chiming in, but you know what? I'm going to take it at face value. I'm going to take it as it is. I was wrong. YouTubers are description readers. Jack Dover says, I do clip. I read the description. So Chandler, for the second time in this show, I'm going to apologize to you.
Man.
And for the first time, because I don't believe I accepted it the last time, but I will accept your apology.
Thank you. So 2 times in 2 hours, I have just been, I used to watch Conan O'Brien, and they used to do this bit where Max Weinberg, the drummer, they would show him on a camera, and they would just put the word ass over his head, and it would go, ass. I've been an ass, and I apologize. And
no need to worry. Don't sweat it.
Thank you. All right, we're all good here. Eric says, did the Asking Assassin have a talk? Somebody gave you some names yesterday. They were talking about blood soup. What were they talking about with Patrick asking Cliff? I can't remember the other nicknames they gave you. But the Asking Assassin is pretty good.
That is. It rolls off the tongue pretty good.
Did you have a talk with Cliff after the press conference? Or did your icy stare take care of that situation?
What do you mean talk with him after?
I don't know. This is a question from Eric.
I did pull him aside just to talk something like personal, just to, because there's a guy on my softball team who roomed with Cliff freshman year. So
Who's that? Was it a
his
player?
name's Chris Tyndall. But anyway, so I just told Cliff that. But yeah,
do you feel he kind of cowers down to you now when you ask questions?
No, not at all.
All right, fine. Jamie says, Clip, are there any lids from other teams in the college baseball tournament you would wear or look good? Yeah, 100 of them. I need to get more college baseball hats. Chandler, that's not. See, okay, you know what? I deserve that.
That looks like a Jeopardy kind of Wheel of Fortune.
But the way you have it up here, and I'm going to screenshot it, you're calling me my name, and you're calling Patrick Mason an ass.
Leaves me out of the description, and then just does that.
Why are you doing this to Patrick?
We need like an arrow pointing up or something.
It's on your shirt. You're just an ass.
It gets bigger. It's like that day when we put all our accomplishments next to each other.
You're going to get in trouble for this, Chandler. You better take that down. The higher ups are not going to be happy with you about this.
The FCC won't let you be.
I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. Yeah, I want the Jackie Robinson 42 hat from UCLA, which is, by the way, some are saying I created the 23 hat ECU wore this year. Some are saying that, not me. And I didn't get a hat or any recognition or anything.
People are saying.
Yeah. Let's see. Patrick, you've been... So I have no idea what Jamie's trying to say. Too many typos. So we'll just skip that. And we'll talk to Eric Ward. Chandler, stop. You're out of control. You can't type cuss words into the YouTube screen. You can. And I'm cool with it, but I'm just telling you, you're going to get in trouble for that little stunt.
Someone's coming after you.
Yeah. You're going to get it, buddy. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio live line. Pirates and Sooners Saturday, Friday night, Virginia and Army earlier in the day. Eric Ward, our old friend, will join us now on the Pirate Radio live line to get you ready for the Charlottesville Regional. Eric, how you doing, man?
Wonderful. It's so great to hear your voice and some familiar names be mentioned. I'm excited for this weekend and seeing everybody, that I've really missed over the last year, and I think it's going to be some great baseball.
Yes, sir, Eric. And for whatever reason, these two teams can't seem to stay apart from one another. They've been playing a lot during the preseason, during fall, leading up to the start of baseball season. And we talked to some of the players yesterday on the Delcor Players Lounge about that. And, of course, we saw Virginia at the Greenville Regional just last year. A lot of Pirate fans remember the 2016 Charlottesville Regional where East Carolina was able to win that. So these teams have crossed paths quite a few times here in baseball.
Yeah, and, I look back to last year in the Greenville Regional with the ninth inning with Agnos closing it out. I mean, it was just such an electric atmosphere in Clark LeClaire. And, I mean, these two teams, you can tell, just kind of lay it on the line every time they see each other. So I expect nothing different, this upcoming weekend than the assumption that they end up playing each other.
Talking to Eric Ward, now at Virginia. So, Eric, I've seen you already do a Q&A right when it was announced with a lot of Pirate fans who are heading that way, and we'll talk about some of that stuff. But as far as baseball goes, Eric, can you give us your scouting report of the Virginia team that will be playing this weekend?
Sure. So Virginia's had a really great season, certainly always a contender. Couple things to note. Top hitting team in the country, batting .334 as a squad. I think that, the bread and butter is really just getting on base and keeping the line moving. One of the top double hitting teams in the country. Maybe not so much power on the home run department. I think, Jake Geloff, our third baseman, is certainly one of the best in the country, both as a homer front as well as driving runs in. I believe he has 86 RBIs on the season. But the rest of the team is more or less there to just kind of keep the line moving. A player to put a star in your scorebook on is going to be Kyle Teal, the catcher. He's a first-team All-American, probably the best catcher in college baseball. He's hit right at 400 or above this entire season, and so he was the ACC Player of the Year this season. I think from a hitting perspective, the tandem punch between Geloff and Teal is just something that's going to be tough for any pitching staff to navigate, at any point in the tournament. But the lineup itself is, really, really strong. You see, quite a few players that are hitting, well north of 300. 5 guys in the everyday lineup hitting 333 or higher. On the pitching front, though, it's a little bit different. As the season's gone on, I think that teams have kind of found a way to dink and dunk against the Who's. So it'll be really interesting to see how the pitching matchups go this weekend. Who goes lefties, who goes righties, what's the order they go in, who's pitching game one, who's pitching, game two, et cetera. So looking forward to really seeing quality baseball across the whole regional, and I think that, it's a very evenly matched group. Obviously, I keep up with the Pirates. I've seen a lot of the great things that the team's done this season, and I really think that this is one of those rare regionals where any of the 4 teams could seriously walk out with a win.
Virginia and Army will get things going, and then it'll be Oklahoma and East Carolina coming up 7 o'clock on a Friday night, and we'll be right here in the Pirate Radio studios having a watch party. So join us while you watch the game. Should be a lot of fun. Eric, are you handling so with ECU baseball, I got to work alongside you for several years, and then you took over the main gig, so you were doing football. Other people handled the marketing as far as in-game and all that stuff for baseball. How about with Virginia? Do you handle the baseball side of it?
I do not. I do football and men's basketball here.
Okay.
This year I actually chipped in for softball because we had a staff gap, but primarily, football and men's basketball. Certainly have my hands in other pieces. More focused on the fan experience side outside of the game presentation for baseball.
And I was going to bring that up. We have it's annoying, but it's an NCAA event more so than a Virginia event or an East Carolina event last year, and we like to have that home field advantage. But the NCAA wants it to be as vanilla as possible when it comes to the PA announcing players and when a home run's hit. I know we played Whoop There It Is for every team. So do you have any insight on, let's say a run scores or a home run is hit for a East Carolina, Oklahoma, or Army player? What are we going? Are we going fight songs? Are we going one song? Do you have any idea on that?
No, it'll be similar to what we experienced with Greenville and ECU. Just trying to keep it, pump up, high atmosphere, fun for everybody. It's the same as everywhere else. There's no walk-up songs in the tournament, so you don't see anything like that. But the winning team will get the fight song played after each game. Sparing pump up music throughout, but a lot of the atmosphere is generated by the fans. And fortunately, as we've seen for many, many years, fans bring the juice. So, there's really nothing like postseason baseball. You just see the guys laying it all on the line. And I think that, despite the hurdles that we sometimes feel like we have to overcome in this postseason environment, it seems like it's electric no matter where you go. And I expect nothing different than that this weekend.
A lot of Pirate fans will be heading there, Eric. I've already seen a lot of questions heading your way regarding parking and when lots open and when you can be there and things like that. So can you kind of give us just the bullet points on what to expect for Friday for East Carolina fans heading up there and things like that?
Of course, yeah. And first of all, I do want to say I really enjoy the back and forth. I'm certainly here to help anybody and everybody, but hold ECU near and dear to my heart. So it's going to be awesome to see so many familiar faces this weekend. The setup for our complex is really interesting. You kind of have the basketball arena and the athletics administration building, and then there's a lot of parking in between. It's labeled as JPJ, which is our basketball arena. So you'll have JPJ South, East, West, as well as the garage. And then there's the sports complex that has baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, track all together. So the way that parking is going to work this weekend is you will basically get one of those JPJ passes, which are on sale now as all session options. And I think it's only $30, so it's really not bad for the whole regional. And then at that point, it's just first come, first serve. We're going to open up the parking lots at 9 a.m. each day. They may change Monday depending on some factors. Notably, we don't have a game time yet, but at least Friday through Sunday, 9 a.m. will be, when the lots open, and it'll be first come, first serve. And then the gates will open roughly 60 minutes before the game. Hopefully, knock on wood, we never get into a situation where we get the rain and lighting and all that we've seen so many times in the Greenville regionals. But if we do, then obviously we'll make adjustments on the fly and get a great experience to everybody regardless of the weather.
Good stuff. Eric Ward joining us. Eric, do you have any recommendations for folks to have a Pirate beverage, get a meal? What about around the area while folks are waiting for the game to start, or either after the game if they're going to be there all weekend? I don't know. You got any spots you like?
Yeah, Charlottesville's not too large. The Barracks Road Shopping Center, if you're looking for a quick bite, is several restaurants and whatnot. But if you're looking for a really good downtown experience, whether it be restaurants, bars, we have a downtown mall that is phenomenal. There's actually a pavilion at the end of it, and we have an event called Fridays After 5. It's a free concert series that I think would be very enjoyable to anybody who's coming in town. Of course, that's unfortunately during the ECU game Friday night, but maybe if there are some late arrivers, check that out. But yeah, the downtown mall has a ton of great restaurants, good drinks. I'm sure there will be enhanced beer options this weekend for those looking for Pirate beverages. I know we've been working very large on our concessions operation to just be prepared. So I think that it'll just be a great experience overall. And, I know folks, because of the hotel options as it is in every town, sometimes it's limited, but coming in town, there's so much to do, and looking forward to seeing purple and gold around Charlottesville.
Awesome stuff. Eric Ward joining us from Charlottesville to be East Carolina in the Charlottesville Regional. Pirates will begin play coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock against Oklahoma, and Virginia and West Point will play earlier in the day. Eric, anything else you want to get out there? News, information regarding this weekend for folks heading up there?
Yeah, just really a quick note that I know we've had some really, really strong sales for this regional. We certainly project at some point in the future, whether it's, in the near future, if it's on game day, that at least the Virginia-specific games will all sell out. The all-session tickets are on sale for $35. We only have general admission seating left. And I would just highly encourage anybody who is making plans to come or considering coming to go ahead and get those tickets, because there certainly is no guarantee that the entire regional would not be sold out.
Good stuff with Eric Ward today from UVA. And Eric, I miss working alongside with you. I miss talking Pirate athletics with you here on the show. But really, I miss hanging out with you Wednesday nights and you guys at Sports Trivia at AJ's. So on that note, I'm going to pop a sports trivia question to you just to see if your brain's still firing.
I hope so.
All right, here we go. This former Cavalier played pitcher and first base for Virginia. He is a two-time All-Star left-handed reliever and was a 2019 World Series champion. Do you know that Cavalier off the top of your head?
That is going to be Sean Doolittle.
All right, Eric, you still got it. You never lost it.
I hope so. Cliff. Thank you very much, dude. That was some really great times, and I got to tell you, if you're in Greenville and you're listening, you're not going to the Cliff Sports Trivia, you're missing out, because I've been searching for a year, Cliff, and I just haven't found anything like it. So I miss it all the time.
Well, great plug. Thank you. And, we miss you guys, too. But great to talk with you, Eric. And you'll see a lot of familiar faces coming your way this weekend for the Charlottesville Regional. It'll be the Wahoos, the Black Knights of Army, also the Sooners of Oklahoma, and, of course, the East Carolina Pirates. Eric Ward joining us today. Eric, great to catch up with you, man. And we'll do it again down the road, bud.
You too. We'll see you again soon.
Eric Ward joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line, and Patrick Mason will be heading up to Charlottesville. When are you leaving, Patrick?
I'm going to go Friday just because that game's a night game, so I'll have some time to get up there. So that'll be good.
Get up there, maybe see the end of the first game or just hang out until ECU plays?
Yeah, I was going to try to get there a little early and try to get up there by 1 or 2 or something like that, and soak it all in.
We'll take our final break of this hour. We'll wrap it up, get Patrick's final thoughts, his pick to click for the Charlottesville Regional for ECU. Got that coming up and more. We'll wrap up hour 2 and send it over to hour 3, where we will talk to Ryan McManus, Director of Football Operations for ECU. He'll join us in hour 3, as will Travis Watkins, the hero from the 2016 Charlottesville Regional. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Things are getting out of hand. Trying too much, but baby, we can win. Let it go.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Are you one of the estimated 17 million people in the U.S. suffering from dry eye disorders that are not resolved using over-the-counter or prescription eye drops? Ask ArcPoint Labs about Serum Tears, a natural dry eye solution. At ArcPoint Labs, Serum Tears are tailor-made for you, from a quick blood draw, providing a sterile and natural option to help those with dry eye conditions. Contact your ophthalmologist or optometrist for a prescription, or contact ArcPoint Labs to help you find one. Visit ArcPoint Labs' new location on Dixon Avenue near the intersection of Arlington Boulevard, or schedule online at arcpointlabs.com.
At US Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Bellhaven, and Greenville.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with back seat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Ron Ayers Motorsports and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next. Celebrating a special grad but no time to cook? Why not let Jimmy John's cater your graduation party? Enjoy Jimmy John's famous mini Jimmys in 12, 18, or 30-piece party packs made to order with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and local veggies, and delivered right to you. Whether you have a few guests or a few hundred, Jimmy John's will make your graduation gathering an A+ event. Jimmy John's, open 7 days a week in Greenville and Wilson. Order now on the Jimmy John's app or online at jimmyjohns.com.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
This is Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio.
Pirate.
Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, are you ready to play some kickball? Then join Robbie's Clubhouse this Saturday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. You can come and join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining in for some friendly kickball. They are currently looking for teams and volunteers. If you would like to sign up, you can go to eventbrite.com and search for Robbie's Clubhouse. Or if you need more information, just call 252-916-9117. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Quick look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Patrick's White Sox are getting smoked 12-3 by the Angels today.
Sounds about right.
Braves trying to salvage a series against the A's, the lowly A's. Atlanta has a 3-0 lead in the 6th inning. O's up 7-6 on the Guardians, but Cleveland has the bases loaded in the 5th inning. So keeping an eye on what's going on with baseball, because that's all you got. I told Chandler I was a little bit sad. A single tear dropped down my cheek earlier today when I told him that we'll have no basketball or hockey on at AJ's at Sports Trivia tonight for the first time since November. So we're getting to that time of the year where it's baseball, and that's about it for you until we roll around to football. We will talk football coming up with Ryan McManus in just a moment, Director of Football Operations at East Carolina. But Patrick, we'll wrap it up with you. First of all, we've got Travis Watkins coming up our next hour too, former Pirate catcher. I thought about over the week. I think about this often, and folks, I hope you're thinking about it and praying on it as well. Have you thought about Justin Wilcoxon's poor knees?
Yeah, I mean,
good grief.
When we were at the watch show on Monday, I was made sure to find Wilcoxon, and I'm like, I gotta just get a look at this guy and see if he looks haggard and miserable, if he's hunched over walking around. But he looked fine. He was eating his food, with gusto and doing his thing. So. But he looked all right. But, yeah, that's a lot of innings to catch with no break.
I bring that up because Watkins was the hero in Charlottesville in 2016. If I'm going pick to click, I think it's just because I'm about to talk to Travis Watkins and Pirate catcher in that stadium wearing the gold. I'm going to go with Wilcoxon's going to hit at least one bomb this weekend.
Yeah, that's
there's my projection. Who's your pick to click for ECU?
I'm going to say Josh Moylan. I think he continues to have he's had a great year, but I think he's going to really be at the pop in the bat that they need this weekend.
He hit a home run against Virginia in the Saturday winners bracket game last year in the Greenville Regional. And who knows?
That was a fun game.
It was.
I mean, awesome that game was electric.
Yep. That's my favorite game of the year. And unfortunately, we won't have it here in Greenville this year. But the Saturday winners bracket game, if ECU's in it, at Clark LeClaire is always just, it's like late afternoon.
Yeah.
Crowd is just jacked up, fever pitch. And you had two good baseball teams going at it last year. East Carolina trying to make it to the winners bracket if they can get by Oklahoma coming up on Friday. How about pitching wise, Patrick? Who, look, it's all hands on deck. We talked about it earlier, but who are you looking forward to seeing this weekend?
I'm looking to see Trey Savage dominate because for the first half of this year, 60% of this year, he was one of the better pitchers in the entire country. I'd love to see him get back to that groove and that thing where he could put the team on his back for a game and just, ride some great pitching. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I guess just the relievers just kind of be steady. The bullpen's been a little shaky, just a long year, but really Trey Savage, if he can be Trey Savage, they'll be in good shape.
All right, Patrick, you can follow him on Twitter. You can read his stories on the pages of the Daily Reflector, online, reflector.com, and you'll be in Charlottesville. And a lot of people, too, look for scores. They don't really, follow the game pitch by pitch, but they want to know the score. And some of these score services for college baseball, it's kind of hard to find, but Patrick does a good job of updating the game. So if you are looking to follow along and can't be near a TV or whatever, you can follow him on Twitter for that.
That's right. A couple snarky comments or two and the scores.
There you go. Patrick, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks.
And have fun. We'll catch up with you again next week. We will take a time out. When we return, Ryan McManus, ECU football. We'll switch gears a little bit, talk some football, talk about the upcoming summer camps coming up at ECU, how you can get involved, and look at this offseason for the Pirates. Had some kickoff times announced today. We'll talk about that as well. Big Hour 3 on tap with Ryan McManus and Travis Watkins. More to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
With your mind and your sign and nothing's the matter with your head.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events. And we'll see you at the Buck.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
It's time to save big and save now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Memorial Day markdowns. Beautiful furniture for your home with Memorial Day markdowns you have to see to believe. Plus 6-month special financing. Save up to 70% off clearance items. Plus take an additional 25% off accessories. This is a must-shop event with incredible savings store-wide. Start sleeping better and save on a new mattress with up to 48 months special financing now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro. We are the professional office systems people.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Coming up in about 30 minutes, we'll continue on the baseball talk with Travis Watkins, former Pirate catcher. He will join us to reminisce on the Charlottesville Regional Championship from 2016 and talk about these Pirates as well. Let's talk a little football. I had some football news that came out earlier today. If you missed it, East Carolina and Michigan will do battle at noon on September 2nd, and that game will be streaming on Peacock and Peacock only. So no traditional television. It'll be on Peacock, easily available. Not for a terrible price. And basically, I think you can spend like $6 to watch the Pirates that day if you want to cancel it after that. Also, ESPN Plus for the App State game, which will be a 3:30 kickoff, and for the Gardner-Webb game, which will be a 6 o'clock kickoff. That one at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Ryan McManus, the Director of Football Operations, joins us now in the Pirate Radio studios. Ryan, great to see you again. How you doing, man?
It's good. It's good to be back.
Absolutely. And summertime means camp time, right? And
camp season.
You got some coming up, so we'll start there. And first of all, how many camps do you have going this year?
So we're going to end up having 4 true prospect camps where we invite high school kids that we're looking to recruit, try and get eyes on for evaluation. We will have our traditional junior Pirate camp, little kids camp. Then we'll have our ladies clinic at the end. That's always a fun night for everybody. And then sprinkled in, we have a big man camp, a 7-on-7 tournament, and a specialist camp. So we're hitting all gamuts of football, everybody that wants to be a part of it.
That's awesome. Everybody is included. The players on the field, the ladies, and the kids, the future Pirates, perhaps. So let's kind of go over them one by one, I guess. So how many kids do y'all bring in for the prospect camps?
So it ranges based on, the beginning of this camp coming up Sunday. I think we have 175 pre-registered right now. We're expecting probably another 50 to 75 walk-up. So those camps are usually anywhere 250 plus. towards the end of the season, or towards the end of camp season, our last camp will probably have close to 300, just because it's the last opportunity for those high school kids to get in front of our coaches, try and get eval'd. So that's, that it tends to grow as the summer goes on. Just they're trying to get their last push before they go into the dead period.
So the purpose, part of it is always you want to get better and do that, but for them, they want eyeballs on them basically, and to say, hey, look at me as a prospect type of thing.
Yeah, no doubt, because there's guys get out in the spring and do a really good job of evaluating guys. Some schools have more in-depth spring practices, so you're able to get a good idea of a guy's body movement, how he can throw, how he can catch, all those things. But at the same time, most of our coaches are only able to see a practice or two a day. So this is the greatest opportunity for them to get out there and have a ton of eyes on them. And we also have coaches from other staffs throughout North Carolina, around the area that come. So it's a chance to be seen by more than just one staff as well.
All right, how about the Junior Pirates Camp coming up June 12th through the 14th, and you can sign up at Mike Houston Football Camps, LLC.com. So how about these 3 days? What do you got going on, Ryan?
Yeah, that's the most fun for me, just because I can go back to the days when I used to go to the football camps at the Steve Logan football camps and spinning around and everything. Yep. But it's just a great opportunity for kids that are learning about football, want to play football, don't know anything about football, to get out there, to be coached by our coaches and our players, but also just spend time in our facilities, spend time with our players. So now you're hoping to build that community involvement. And now, like, as NIL grows and guys can put out their own merchandise and stuff, now I can be with Eli Morris in Junior Pirate Camp and then go buy the number 90 Eli Morris jersey.
Yeah.
And, and that's pretty cool to see.
And that is what the NIL is for. There's a lot of people using it for other things, but that is the pure. That is awesome. And I was at Tiebreakers this weekend and saw a T-shirt that said ECU baseball on the back. It said Makarevich 99, and you can do those types of things now, which is awesome to see. So people can sign up for that. Sign your kids up. What are the age groups for that?
So it is first grade up through 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And man, I used to love those camps too. I went to Coach O baseball camp back in the day. Mike Steele basketball camp. I don't think I ever went to a football camp. Did Steve Logan ever grade you out your arm there when you were coming up, Ron?
So it was really just one. So Steve Logan would always take the top guys. This was more as I got into high school.
Yeah.
But the top guys would always go, and this was way back in the day where the parking lot was grass field. So we used to. That's where camp was, and then they had the bushes over that separated to the practice field. Mm-hmm. He would take all the top juniors and everybody else and go over to the practice field, and they would get their own kind of one-on-one workouts with Coach Logan. And so the summer that I was supposed to go over there, and I was going to be one of the quarterbacks throwing, he was no longer the head coach. So
there you go. Good stuff. Ryan McManus joining us. Got the junior camp, the prospect camp, and man, the ladies love the ladies camp here at ECU. That's been going on a while now, and that is going on this year. So what's the information on that?
Yeah, Friday night this year has been special. We teamed up with Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group they're going to be sponsoring the event, and it's just a great night. That's one of the last nights that we are all together as a staff before we hit vacation. But it's just a lot of fun to let the ladies get out there, run around the field, run through the tunnel with the smoke, and do some drills, spend time with the players. Last year, I know her vlog was awesome to show an inside look at everything that went down with ladies clinic. But like I said, no different than kids camp. It's an opportunity for our fans to be able to spend some good quality time with our players and the people that cheer on Saturdays.
Awesome stuff. Ryan McManus joining us, Director of Football Operations at East Carolina. And once again, what are is it the same website for all
Same
the camps?
website for all the camps, yeah, whether it's Prospect, Junior Pirate, Ladies Clinic, it's all Mike Houston Football Camps, LLC.com.
Awesome stuff. I had a question on YouTube. This is from Eric. He said, Mr. McManus, would you consider inviting Chandler Honeycutt to serve as the long snap ambassador for the specialist camp? So I don't know if you're aware of this, but he is Rubio trained. And we've got this video from 7 years ago, had 315 views just a couple of Thursdays ago. We're up to 506, so it's about to go viral, Ryan, and he has eligibility left. So you take a look at this kid here. He's a man now. I don't know if he could train or if you actually want him to be potentially as a walk-on, but just something to think about.
Absolutely. We're always looking for the deep snapper is a position you always need good quality guys there, and Chandler can fire that pigskin back.
Right. He likes what he sees.
And
here.
look, I don't mean to brag, but I am a former participant of the Ruffin McNeil specialist camp. Kurt Dahl was there. Kurt Dahl, Wilson Rayner was the instructor out there. I think Charlie Coggins was out there too. So, but I had a lot of fun at that camp.
Do you have the whole clip, Shirley? So Ryan, we were at Media Day last year, and Chandler did an awesome job with the interviews, and I handled part of them. But I was listening to his interviews, and I was like, is he telling everybody, coach and player he interviews, that he's a former long snapper? And I just took out those parts. So hit it real quick, Shirley.
I'm a former long snapper, so I love talking about this position. I'm a former specialist myself. I used to long snap. All right, I'm going to talk about my favorite part of football, special teams.
That's his truth? You mean that?
I'm a former long snapper.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
It's always like he had a business card passing it around to everybody.
Look, I had to make a connection with those guys. I mean, I was going to have a conversation with them. I had to let them know that I was one of them. So.
Tim Dowse was like, "Are you kidding me?"
He was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "No, nothing."
All right, so maybe you'll get that invite.
Maybe.
You do have a, did you say specialist camp?
We do, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So. Come on out.
All right, so there you go. All right, and big man camp for linemen, 7-on-7. So you'll have, teams rolling in here for that?
So we have 32 teams signed up for our Beast of the East 7-on-7 tournament. Yeah, huge turnout. And we're like, we got a waiting list and everything, turning people away. So that's been really good. And we'll run that on the same day, almost simultaneously, as our big man camp. That's a padded camp for the O-line, D-line, and they get after it. And that's a fun camp as well.
That's cool. I've never witnessed it before, but I see a lot of social media stuff, whether it be from East Carolina or from the high schools themselves, putting out highlights or results from the Beast of the East, and they take that stuff serious, and it's a lot of good competition out there, right?
No doubt. You look at some of the teams that came last year. We had state champions from North Carolina, Virginia. We had top 100 recruits on those teams.
Right.
It's a great opportunity to get a lot of people onto campus. The high school coaches really like it because it's another day that they can use as practice, but it also does give bragging rights for those teams that finish in the championship.
Man, I remember a sweet wrestling belt. Did they still give that out?
Yeah, we got another one. I think the National Guard is the sponsor of the title belt this year.
Man.
So yeah,
I want to get some eyeballs on that. All right, Ryan McManus joining us. Ryan, so Director of Football Operations. I know that this could take a while, so if you could just break it down as much as possible to something simple. What is your job? What do you do?
Yeah, we make the program run. Between myself and Jake Kirkendall, our chief of staff, like we team up just to make sure the buses are there, we get to places where we need to be on time, the food's there, just everything is running as smooth as possible so that we can be the best program as possible.
You have been, in the huddle, in the locker room, on the field. So how about this part of football? You've really seen football from just about every angle at this point, right? So how much do you enjoy, this side of it? Are you would you like to be on the sidelines one day? What does the future hold for you think?
This part has been really fun, especially this offseason, being able to go through an offseason in this role and planning our trips for like next year and stuff, doing some site visits and just going through that whole process. Totally different. Like, again, a ton of respect for everybody that's in the ops world because there's so many things that go on behind the scenes that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
Still obviously have the itch to coach ball, and, we're not ruling out one way or the other. It's just right now, it's good to be the DFO at East Carolina.
Yeah. And have you been to Ann Arbor?
I have not.
Okay. So what you talked about going on a visit, like, will you go before the team goes?
So Jake Kirkendall usually advances. So he'll leave Thursday after practice. I'm there on Friday making sure everything's good to go, get us to the airport, and then I come with the team. And Jake's ahead of us making sure hotel's ready, all those things like that. He actually worked at Eastern Michigan, so he's very familiar with that area. So I think he used hotel that he stayed at before for that game. So we didn't do a site visit there, but like San Antonio, San Antonio, FAU, App State, some places we hadn't been before. We went out and checked out those hotels.
Gotcha.
Was able to see what works best for us, location, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game in the Alamo Dome. They're a good team, but just a cool, different environment. That's going to be a good one. So as the director of football operations, do you prefer a nooner, a night game? What do you prefer?
Noon's a lot easier just to manage. Just get up, eat breakfast, or eat pregame, let's ride. Obviously, as a fan, the night games are a lot more fun, a little more time to get warmed up for everybody in the stands. But from an ops standpoint, it's nice to have a noon kickoff and hopefully, a win and you're done by 4 o'clock.
Well, just early kickoff times, it's something for everybody. We got a nooner, we got a 3:30, a 6, and a 7:30. So the ones that have been announced right now, a little something for everybody, all times of the day so far. And once again, that game against Michigan will be on Peacock. What's the biggest stadium you played in?
I was fortunate. I played in Florida State. So,
okay. Yeah. So down in Tallahassee, and man, the big house. It's good. And Mike Houston, I remember. I guess it was on last time we talked to him where he said he is going to take the team on the field, before the warm-ups. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, where maybe he doesn't do that at every venue, but for this one, he wanted them to take it in because it is going to be different than anything else they've ever seen.
Yeah, no doubt. Normally, we don't ever check out where we're playing until we show up on game day. This one, I think, more so not from a size standpoint and just the way the ball might fit in with the background.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just something that big, so many seats. I think that's where we got to get adjusted there. And hopefully it's okay, we've seen it, and then we show up the next day and it's not, the awe factor isn't quite as large.
Yeah, right. Ryan McManus joining us. Ryan, when you look overall at this football program right now, very steady footing with Mike Houston and the program he has built in his time here. You've got great stability with the head coach, the O coordinator, the D coordinator, all that. But you look at the offense, you've got about 99% of the production missing. So it's a balance. You feel good about the stability and where the program is as a whole, and you're concerned because you just have guys you haven't seen on the field a lot. So I don't know, what's it like in the building right now as you go through this offseason and look ahead to 2023?
There's a high level of optimism. Yeah, I mean, guys like Holton and CJ and Isaiah, they're tough to replace, but our coaches also do a very good job recruiting. And so those guys that we've have that are going to step up into those roles this year, it's not like we don't know what they can do. They've been in the program, they understand the culture, they've been developing themselves. And so I think everybody's excited to really see them, hey, it's your time to shine. Let's see what you can do. And I think we have the guys in the building, guys on offense in particular, that can do that.
We've heard comments both in the studio and on, I think I saw one on YouTube as well. Let's see, you can't buy that hoodie. You've got a nice limited edition Military Bowl hoodie.
One of a kind.
Not a great experience there, but how about to come back the next year, get back to a bowl and win it, Ryan? What does that mean for this program? And are you feeling any effects of that still?
Yeah, that's huge. Because I think what you see a lot in recruiting now is when you reach out to a kid, it's like, hey, what do you know about East Carolina? Well, I know you guys won a bowl game last year. I know you guys been to 2 bowl games in back-to-back years. So the bowl game experience, one, it's a great reward for all the hard work you guys have put in. Secondly, it helps in recruiting because it's on a national scale. That 2-3 week period in December where it's just bowl games on bowl games.
Yeah, ECU was the only thing on that night, really.
Exactly. So, hey, if you want to watch ball, you're going to watch us, and we put on a pretty good performance against Coastal. And so that just springboards us into the recruiting cycle, knowing that, okay, we kind of throw the hook out. We've been to bowl games. Now you start doing your research on us and the program, Coach Houston and everything. It's only moving up.
Do you have it? Does your job change at all with the growth of NIL, transfer portal? It's more players to kind of get in tune with what you're doing here. Does your job get any tougher with that stuff at all?
Yes and no. With the NIL stuff, that's separate from us.
Yeah.
With the transfer portal, the only unfortunate thing is we might have guys, come in, come out. We just got it onboarding. But again, that kind of goes back to recruiting. We're going to recruit people that fit our culture.
Yeah.
So it's not teaching them the ways of how East Carolina football works isn't that difficult.
Well, man, we last year talked to, and Rajay is my favorite Pirate ever almost, just an awesome dude. But getting to know Isaiah, obviously I've known Holton a long time, CJ being Conley guys. But you're going to, when you have that many kids, that things can happen every now and then. But generally generally speaking, just a great group of young men. And all the guys I came across, very respectful, very fun, positive, upbeat. So I know that's the kind of player you want to bring in, and then you get them here and just kind of grow that attitude. But kudos to you guys on staff and everybody for the kids you're bringing in.
Well, appreciate. I mean, that's Coach Houston. That's what's worked for him at all the different places he's been, and you see it's continuing to work for us right now.
Ryan McManus joining us. All right, let's go over the camps one more time. So you got the prospect camps, but for folks that want to sign their kids up for junior camp, you're able to do that right now. And once again, just kind of go over the things going on. That's going to be a really fun one, right?
Yeah, a lot of fun. We're going to take them through a lot of skills and drills and a little county fair to get them nice and tired out for the rest of the afternoon. But we always finish the day with Pirate Ball. We're going to have the opportunity to spend some time with our players, maybe have a slip and slide one day, be able to run out through the tunnel with the smoke going and do the whole entrance. So just a really cool experience for those kids. I think the best thing would just be to be around our players, be coached. Each team they will be on will be coached by a player. So that's some good quality interaction there. So that will be June 12th through the 14th. And then we got our ladies clinic sponsored by Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group on June 23rd, that Friday night. Again, just a lot of fun with having the ladies in the building, being able to spend some time with the coaches and players as well. We'll get them out on the field, do some skills and drills, maybe a couple competitions, fastest lady in camp type deal,
all right.
Who can kick the longest field goal, stuff like that. But just to make it a really fun evening for our lady fans as well.
Awesome. It is camp season, and that kind of is the bridge to football season. So we are looking forward to fall camp and the start of the season, but got some fun camps on the way before that. Ryan, good stuff. Do you need to give any shout-outs while you're here today?
Yeah, so last year I made the mistake of not mentioning my amazing wife when we were talking about my family, so I need to give her a shout-out for not sticking with me for another year and give me a chance to show her some love on the radio. But Hannah does an amazing job for me and our boys, and we actually have a third child on the way in August.
Nice.
So, yeah, so she was amazing, and I appreciate her, and I'm sorry for not mentioning you last year.
Well, you got a lot going on, home life and with ECU football, but ask her if you can make it out one Wednesday night for sports trivia while you got some time.
I'll definitely try.
But it sounds like your plate's full at the moment,
Yeah.
so maybe not. Ryan, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us, and good luck with all the camps this year.
Appreciate it.
All right, there he is, Ryan McManus, Director of Football Operations, joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, let's open up the booty bag and make somebody a winner.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. What are we giving away today?
By the way, I'm going to that ladies' camp.
All right.
Coming up in June. So
that almost sounds like a challenge to the other ladies. Like, I'm going. I'm going to be fastest lady, longest kicker.
And I don't know about the kicking part. I'm not very good at the kicking, but I can catch a ball.
You got time to practice. We'll work with you.
I can catch a ball.
We got a long snapper. He can snap it to me. I'll hold it.
We can practice.
Laces out.
All right. How about a shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's?
Shrimp taco lunch at Chico's to caller number
6.
Caller 6, 317-1250. Travis Watkins joins us on the other side of this timeout. More to go after this.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
5th Street Hardware and Tap Room is serving up the best lunch in town with a different special every day. Come sit on the patio and enjoy wonderful weather with lunch specials for only $9. 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room is open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Thirsty? Stop in for a cold beer with over 40 taps to choose from. 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room, next to the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals. It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you've just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Lately, there seems to be.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. And congratulations to Blake. Blake Henderson from Greenville. He was the winner of the Shrimp Taco Lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, that was Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt here as well on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, and we are joined now by the hero of the 2016 Charlottesville Regional, East Carolina, heading back to Charlottesville to play baseball this weekend. They got the Oklahoma Sooners Saturday night at 7 o'clock, Virginia and Army on the other side of that bracket. Right now, we will talk to former Pirate captain and catcher Travis Watkins. Travis, great to catch up with you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hope you are. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. And there are some Pirate athletes that if you say their name, one moment pops up. And for you, Travis, when we say the name Travis Watkins, first thing that comes to mind for everybody is that blast in the ninth inning in Charlottesville to give East Carolina the win, stay in the winner's bracket, and eventually win the Charlottesville Regional. And I'm curious, do you ever get tired of talking about that moment, Travis?
No, that's one of the moments that I'll remember the rest of my life. it was a special moment, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
We talked to Kirk Morgan yesterday. He got it all started, in which he called yesterday, Travis, the ugliest infield single you'll ever see. But that got the thing rolling there in the ninth inning, and I think there was only one out by the time you got up, Travis. But 5 runs, 5 hits. You guys just got rolling, and like you said, you were there to cap it off there at the end.
Yeah, a lot of people just remember the home run, but like you just said, 5 runs in the inning. So we had a lot of contributions from everybody. I mean, you had Kurt get on, you had Parker get a hit, and Dwanye and Charlie, and everybody contributed. And I think Turner Brown maybe sack bunted everybody up to second and third, and we were down 1 run. So my approach when I went up to the plate, I was just trying to hit a sacrifice fly. There was 1 out, second and third. So I got into my 2-strike approach and just tried to simplify my swing as simple as possible because we were facing a good pitcher, Tommy Doyle. So what I did is just try to go up there and hit a fly ball, and the fly ball just kept going and went over the fence.
And Travis, we also think about your name when we get to this point in the season because it always seems like there's a Pirate that catches fire, whether it be into the regular season, into the conference tournament, into the regionals. Last year it was Bryson Worrell. In the past, you had one of those hot streaks going in postseason. This year it looks like it might be Josh Moylan who's getting heated up for ECU. But you carried that over into Lubbock too with a big blast in Game 1 of that series, right?
Yeah, it's funny because I wasn't really a home run hitter. I mean, I think the whole entire season I had maybe 3 home runs the whole season, so I wasn't expecting to go out there and hit home runs and stuff. So what I did is I worked with Coach Godwin, and we worked on simplifying swings and stuff like that. So I just got up there and see ball, hit ball, and I got hot at the right time, like you said, and it all worked out.
Travis Watkins joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Travis, how about when I give you these numbers? Justin Wilcox, an East Carolina catcher, has played in 56 games this season. He started in 51 games. He just caught every inning, I believe. I think they pinch hit for him at the end of a game in Clearwater. I believe he caught every defensive inning for East Carolina. I mean, what is he feeling right now heading in to this regional? That's just tough to think about him going all those innings this year for ECU.
Yeah, well, it's the best time of the year. You don't have school. Everybody, all the kids are out, so all you're focusing on is baseball and your recovery. So me as a catcher, I enjoyed playing every day. That was what I wanted to do, and actually my body felt better when I played every day and got active. If you sit there and don't do something for a day or so, that's when the soreness really sets in, and that was for me personally. But yeah, it's a grind, but that's part of it, and I know he's probably in the same boat where you want to be out there every chance opportunity you get.
Do you feel any effects these days from catching all those innings, Travis?
Believe it or not, I don't yet.
Good.
I'm lucky because I caught for a long time, 20 years of my life, starting at a young age, and so far my knees are holding up, my hips are holding up, my ankles are holding up pretty good, so I'm sure I'll feel it later in life, but right now I'm pretty good.
Good to hear. Travis Watkins joining us. Travis, what are you up to these days? What are you doing? Where are you living now?
I live in Concord. I work in industrial sales, so I work at a family business. We've been in business for about 35 years, so I cover a territory of North Carolina, so I just go to manufacturing plants and pharmaceutical, chemical, power industry throughout the state.
So what's your connection to baseball now? Are you playing like slow pitch softball to keep it going? Or are you're just watching on TV? Any connections to the sport now?
I watch on TV, obviously. I got a good buddy that plays for the Rangers, Corey Seager. I grew up with him my entire life, and I was in his wedding. He was we grew up together, went to the same high school and everything. So I follow the Rangers a little bit, and then I play a little bit of slow pitch softball, but it's just not the same because you go to East Carolina, you play to win, and you go out there on Tuesday nights, and they're they're more interested in other stuff.
Yep, I was one of those guys. I know exactly what you're talking about. Travis Watkins joining us. How about this current team? Travis, how much have you followed the program? East Carolina, man, right there on the edge of once again hosting. This will be the first time in a long time. This will be the first time anybody on this team has played on the road in a regional. So what's your take on Cliff Godwin and this year's Pirates?
Well, I know that they've got a good team. I mean, they've won. I think I saw a stat IGO put out that they had the second most wins in the regular season out of any team in the country.
Yeah.
Obviously is impressive. But I get down there. My wife is actually from Winterville, so we go down there and get down there to see her family and stuff, and we catch some games every once in a while. But I obviously follow them and watch them as much as I can.
Good deal. How much are you keeping up with? You had a cast of characters on that team with Bryce Harmon and Charlie Yorgen. And by the way, Yorgen must be a good buddy of yours, because I was texting with him last night, and I said, hey, if you got any good behind the scenes or inside joke questions I can ask Travis, let me know. And he said he'll have to think of some and make sure they're air appropriate. And he never sent anything after that. So he's keeping it all inside. So I hate it for me and the listeners, but kudos to him. He's a good friend.
Yeah, that's good. You don't want some of them stories to come out.
Do you still talk to any of your old Pirate teammates, Travis?
Yeah, I talked to a bunch of the guys. So I was fortunate enough to play that extra year. So I had a fifth year. So I played with obviously the guys that I came into my class with, and then I got a good crossover of guys that were at a different age than me, and then I graduated with Bryce, like you said, Kirk, Eric, Charlie, and all them. So I keep up with them regularly. We see each other when we cross paths, and I talk to Bryce and Eric and Kirk and all those guys pretty regularly. We have a group chat that we get on, and we send each other funny stuff and just keep up with each other and see how things are going.
Travis Watkins joining us, part of the Pirate family and the culture that is Cliff Godwin ECU baseball. And the picture we're using, Travis, on our YouTube and Facebook has you in the Pirates jersey, and it's got the C on the chest, and that's pretty cool. What does that mean to have that C on your chest when you were here at ECU?
Well, it's an honor. It was voted on by the teammates, so that's one thing that I hold dearly to my heart, that my teammates voted me as a captain, and that's something special to me, and it's something that I try to do on a day-to-day basis, is just go out there and be the best version of myself that I can, and try to lead by example and do the right thing at all times.
And Travis, you win games because you have good players and good pitchers on the mound, you behind the plate, some big hitters. But how about the intangible stuff? How does Cliff keep this machine rolling every year with new guys? What is it about the program, the buy-in, all that stuff? That you were right there in the middle of it. You were a captain of it. So, I don't know, can you speak to not necessarily the hitting, the pitching, but what else makes this program a winner?
Yeah, when you come in, I mean, you got to know you're going to work, and that's one thing that we definitely did. So I played for 2 years with Billy Godwin, and then when Cliff came in, he came in right away and set the culture of what it's going to be and what the honor is to wear the Pirate uniform. And you got to earn it. I mean, you don't come to East Carolina just to roll the balls out there. You're going to work hard in practice, and you're going to prepare like nobody else in the country. And I think that's what separates East Carolina from everybody else in the country.
Yeah, Travis Watkins joining us. Good stuff. East Carolina former catcher. It'll be ECU back in Charlottesville. And what are some of your, we've talked so much about that, Travis. It's not like that's the only thing you did, hit a home run against Virginia. So how about other games, other Pirate memories, some of your favorite wins? What else stands out to you?
Well, obviously the Super Regional win was big. And then we went to Game 2 and went into extra innings and was 90 feet away from Omaha a couple times, and that was a heartbreaker that I'll never forget as well. I run into some former people that went to Texas Tech in my business world now, and I was like, man, I can't stand Lubbock, Texas. Every time I just think about how close we were and the effort we put into it and everything, and but it's going to happen. ECU will be in Omaha. It's just a matter of time.
Yes, sir. Travis Watkins joining us today. Travis, awesome to catch up with you, man. Hopefully you'll be cheering the Pirates on from Concord this weekend, and keep up the great work in your personal life. Great to chat with you today, Travis. We appreciate it, man.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir. There is former Pirate catcher Travis Watkins joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Hates Lubbock, Texas, as a lot of Pirate fans do. So close to getting to Omaha that year. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We got more to go on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take another look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. We'll also tell you what's going on the show on Thursday and all we have planned for Friday. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Some insecurities about the way I feel, where I wanna be. Boy, I know it's with you. No one can do the things you do.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the number one selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey O's fans, $10 Utah Street bleacher seats are back for the 2023 season. $10 Utah Street bleacher seats are available for every home game Monday through Thursday all season long. Utah Street bleachers offer a great view from center field, plus you have easy access to Boog's Barbecue, the roof deck, Legends Park, Kids Corner, and more. Make your weekdays even better by purchasing your $10 Utah Street bleacher seats for any Monday through Thursday home game. Buy tickets now at Orioles.com/tickets.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? Tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair. Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Top stories of the day regarding ECU athletics involves football. Got a kickoff time and a network for ECU Michigan. It'll be on Peacock on September 2nd. That's right, Peacock. It'll be streaming only at noon when they kick off the season in Ann Arbor. East Carolina and App State will play at 3:30 in Boone, and that is week 3 of the season, and that will be on ESPN Plus. East Carolina Gardner-Webb will be at 6 o'clock. No time for ECU and Marshall as of yet. So that is the update on Pirate football scheduling. Let's look at some Major League Baseball now. You've got the Braves leading the A's 4-2 as they play in the 8th inning. Guardians 12-8 over Baltimore as they have gone to the 8th inning. And Chandler Honeycutt's Nationals have a 5-4 lead over the Dodgers. Patrick Corbin versus Noah Syndergaard. If this was like 7 years ago, it'd be a huge matchup. But now it's just a couple guys hanging on. But that was the matchup today in L.A. Those scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
And boy, we are running out of things to talk about on that Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. So you got hoops tomorrow night, Chan Man. Nuggets Heat.
Who you got?
Everybody's picking the Nuggets, and I probably will too, but you kind of ask the question, like, could the Heat actually do it? Of course they could. Like, the number seems to be more lopsided than I thought it would be. It was like minus 320 for the Nuggets to win the series, something like that. I don't know, man. I'm not going to count out these Heat. You see what they've done so far.
As long as Jimmy Butler is playing in the game, they will have a chance because he can take over a game just about as great as anybody in the league can. But Jokic is great. Jamal Murray, that duo is really good. They've got Aaron Gordon, but Jimmy Butler, I feel like, kind of instills all those guys in one. And then you've had so many people for the Heat that stepped up. I hate to say it, but a former Hornet, Cody Martin, has looked great this postseason. Vincent has stepped up and played really well. Tyler Hero, I believe, is going to be making a comeback.
Yeah.
After breaking his hand. Has not had him the whole playoffs. So if you get Tyler Hero back, then you're looking really, really good. But as long as Jimmy Butler's in that lineup for the Heat, they're going to have a chance to win every single game in the series.
Game 1 of that series coming up on Thursday. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final will be Saturday night in Vegas. It'll be the Golden Knights and the Panthers. Chandler, how many minutes of the Stanley Cup Final do you think you'll watch?
0.
Yeah, I'm with you.
0. Like, absolutely 0. And I might just put like over under 12.5 seconds maybe, because if it is on at like maybe AJ's on a Wednesday night,
nope.
And I just
already checked. They're next Thursday, so they won't even be on Wednesday.
All right, so 0.
That's what I'm going with too.
Does highlights count on like SportsCenter or like Twitter?
Live action on the ice.
0. You know what? A coach here at East Carolina, Mike Houston, said it. He said it best. 0. Zilch. None.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be a bad sports fan and say 0. And honestly, I don't know. I'll try to get into the NBA Finals. We need to drive up to Virginia and do something.
I need to. I haven't been to Virginia in a long time.
Me neither. It's for lovers, and I've been a hater.
Look, I know we're doing our watch along, but why are we not taking advantage of going up to Charlottesville this weekend for the regional?
Oh,
we can cover it there.
Well, I'm going. We're going to Virginia that afternoon before we get back here, Chandler, because we do
have a line.
We got to throw down 5 smackers on the Pirates. East Carolina minus 135 on the money line. Oklahoma plus 105. What does that mean? It means East Carolina is a favorite, but a slight favorite, not a huge favorite. It's pretty close to a pick'em, but East Carolina has the edge in the Vegas betting lines for that game on Friday night. Once again, East Carolina minus 135. So bet $13, $14 to win $10 to have a total payout of 24, something like that.
Yeah, so East Carolina playing Oklahoma Friday at 7 o'clock on the Deuce, or you can just watch us on Facebook, YouTube Live with our watch along. But it actually kind of blew my mind. I had a blown mind moment a while ago when Ken Watlington was on, when he said, I thought I heard him say that Oklahoma was the runner-up in the nationally last year. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, hold on just a second. Because I remember when we found out we were playing Oklahoma, I was like, I don't hardly ever see any Oklahoma baseball highlights. So I went and I looked at some of their highlights, like during their Big 12 championship game this past weekend. And then I didn't see anything about last year. So I went and I literally looked up Oklahoma National Championship. Sure enough, they played Ole Miss last year in the national championship game.
Well, I, too, didn't know that until Monday, and we have mentioned it several times on the show since then. But, that's what the show is for. You tuned in to Pirate Radio Live, you heard a guest, he said something, and you learned something.
Yeah.
It's the way it goes. But I'm with you, Chandler. I don't remember that at all.
I had no I remember
the only Oklahoma highlights I see this time of year are softball highlights, because they're always in the softball
so
championship.
Good. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's take our final break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap it up here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. More to go after this.
Where did you come from, baby? And ooh, won't you take me there right away? Won't you, baby? Tender brownie, you got to be. Spark my nature, sugar, fly with me.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
And then it was two seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your one-stop service shop. It doesn't matter the make or model. If you live in or near Beaufort County, you need to check out the super nice service facility at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're open 6 days a week and offer Saturday service from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram also takes walk-ins all day, and they specialize in off-road packaging. Washington Off-Road specializes in budget-friendly adventure packages for Jeep, Ram, and all other makes. And if you're in the market for a used car or truck, General Manager Kyle Gaines and his great staff have been stocking up their used car inventory, and they can now offer vehicles from $59.99 and up. New Rams, Jeeps, Chrysler, and Dodge cars, and a terrific used car inventory of all makes and models. The place to go is Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Happy 100th anniversary to Minji's Bottling Group. Congratulations on 100 years of refreshing Eastern North Carolina.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Pirate Radio.
It's going to change. I promise you. As I stand here, it will change. Okay, and when it does, that stadium, it's going to be rocking, and heaven help whoever walks in there to play us.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow had a rough day today. It dropped 134 points, closed out at 32,908. The NASDAQ was down 82 points at 12,935, and the S&P was down 25 points, finished out the day at 4,179. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
Back with you here on Pirate Radio Live, about to wrap it up. Coming up Thursday on the show, something for everybody. We'll talk hoops and football in hour number 1 with Marcus Crandall, Jason Nichols, and Aliko Dunk. So that'll be fun coming up hour number 1 on Thursday. Hour 2, we'll talk Pirate baseball with former Pirate Brandon Manning. Also, Double B Brian Bailey will join us. Hour 3, we'll talk some baseball with Ronald Vincent, RV. He's been on the show every week during these playoffs. We figured we'd keep it rolling and see if we can help him win a championship, a state title coming up this weekend. We'll talk to Ronald Vincent coming up on Thursday, and we will play Name That Sound. We got a fun, informative, entertaining Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live planned. Friday, don't forget, our ECU baseball preview presented by Tiebreakers will be live from 6 to 7 on the radio side of things and on Facebook, YouTube. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll move over to just Facebook and YouTube for our watch party for ECU and Oklahoma. All right, we'll talk to you Thursday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live for Shirley Rhodes and the Man of Chan. I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.